then you'll make it through. Peggy 12.
Interesting. Pay attention. I will break your spirit. Try it. Contain your rage and follow my orders. Here comes a new challenger. Bison wins.
Simple and clean. Showtime, baby.
Welcome to Sets. This will be a good fight.
All right, everyone, and welcome back to another week of Sets here on Capcom Fighters. It is the Tuesday special. This man came out on a Wednesday, but now I can promise you, you can play him on Tuesday. You can open up SF5 alongside the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters, and let everybody know we're on tonight. We've got a juicy one for you. I'll be your host once again tonight, Jammerz, and alongside me, they are the co-hosts. And they've been very talkative tonight because of a certain character. We might be able to talk about him, we might not. But they are here. We're going to transition over to them right now to let you know what's going on. The people are here. Yes, they're my lovely co-hosts to talk about what we usually do on a Tuesday. Veggey, you seem in high spirits. Talk to me. How are you feeling today?
You know, I'm feeling really great, Jammerz. And I wanted to ask you a question before we get going. With me and
okay.
Olvaha, which is Bison and which is the Stallion?
What?
Which one of us is Bison and which one of us is the horse?
Do I have to answer that?
No,
Yes.
you can say no. Yes, you have to.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm going to have to say Olvaha's Bison. Because you can... Yeah. I don't think... I'm going to have to say Olvaha's Bison. You have to be the Stallion.
Okay, good games. Good games. Good games.
Thank you, my horse.
See,
Good
nah,
Thank
you
you,
know
my
what?
horse.
I'm not going to drift off course because this is like one of those questions that your partner would ask you and you're not supposed to answer it. And when you do
Oh yeah,
answer
would
it,
you
they're
still
not
love
happy.
me if I was Bison's stallion?
So, yeah. I'm going to leave it like that. Anyway, talk to me. How are you
Anyway.
feeling outside of the question?
Outside of the question, I'm still feeling great. Even with that answer, I'm still feeling great because that is one sick companion for Bison to have in this game. Bison and the horse and their adventures in Metro City, downtown.
Okay.
It's a theme of a new comic book series, I think. Anyway, I just, you know, when you have seeing Bison on the screen literally every third game couldn't be better.
Second game.
Because every second game, because you know what, Bison looks so cool in this game. His aesthetics are just their next level character design. Have you looked at this new costume for Bison? The way, the cape,
yes, I'm sure
the
we have.
stance, the scars, the
just love
voice
edgy
acting.
characters.
He's so cool. I just love that
edgy
character.
characters.
The visuals for M. Bison are unmatched, even for Zangief, the GOAT himself. Can't compete with the visuals of M. Bison. Such a great character look. Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, somebody likes Bison. Olvaha, what about you? Have you had time to play a little bit of Bison at all?
I actually haven't really played him so far, but I've played a very lot against him.
Okay.
And let's just say that sometimes it can get very, very obnoxious at times. So
Yeah, no.
I have my troubles with Bison, but I still think he's a very cool character. I cannot wait to see how the competitive scene will tackle him. I can't wait to see how the Bison mains will fare with him, and I can't wait to see what kind of results this character will be getting, because I think he has a lot of potential. I have my own opinion about it, but yeah. I think the character has a very bright future ahead of him.
Well, I mean,
full of memories.
let's,
Even though he's amnesiac, it's gonna be full of memories.
let's not count chickens before they hatch. Only because Akuma hasn't been
How
out that
about
long.
you,
And they,
Jammerz? Have you been enjoying Bison?
Akuma hasn't been out that long, and they toned him down already. So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually toned down Bison a little bit by the time Terry comes out. So that's just my assumption how they'd update the game. But no, I've been having some fun. Scissor Kick's no longer a charge, so a peasant like me can play Bison. Absolutely brilliant. So I can get a bunch of points and watch people just get upset. But what we are going to do is I'm going to get you guys on the Runners show just to let you know how things are going to be going tonight. We've got things going on. So the show begins. We're talking a little bit amongst ourselves, and then we'll have a pre-match podcast with our guests who are in the green room at the moment. And then at 9:20, so it's not long till that, we will have, or probably a little bit earlier, we will have our guests playing in a 1st to 10 exhibition. And then once that's done, we'll have an avatar battle. We should have one sorted out for you guys, as well as some other SF6 news and esports roundup stuff as well. There's a lot to kind of captivate with this game, because obviously it's a new season, new characters come out, 2 characters back to back in 1 month. That's crazy to even say, but it's been a good time thus far. But yes, speaking of which, our guests for tonight. Funny that, because we saw people on social media. The timing's very interesting. We saw people talking on social media about players from North Africa, so on and so forth. And we actually had this one in the pipeline for about a month and a half. But obviously we can't tell you what guests are going to bring on. And lo and behold, when we actually announced this, people were like, yes, they listened to us. I'm like,
yeah, we're mind readers.
we already had the idea. And we've been trying to we actually wanted to get these 2 on ages ago, but they actually had exams. And exams, education, your job, it comes first before playing some video games and doing some Drive Rush cancels. It does, at least in my book anyway. But yes, we're heading over to Egypt tonight, and this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be showcasing Chico making his debut appearance on the show. Linz, we actually had Linz on for Street Fighter 5 going up against MC Mukmura. Shouts to Mukmura if he is watching.
Shout outs to him.
But we do have the
Big
guys
shouts
here. So this is going to be really interesting to see. Both of these two have actually been doing exceptionally well in online tournaments, at least the ones I've been able to catch and the results I've been seeing. Shout outs to again Veggey for helping me putting this one together. So Veggey, early thoughts on this one? Jury Guile, Chico, Linz, talk to me.
You know, I think it's really cool because, as you said, we spoke about having them on for quite some time, and it's cool to me that 2 of the best players of that region right now, and at least 2 of the best players in Egypt right now, it's a Jury and a Guile, because I've heard so much about the Jury and Guile matchup, and I think that today I will finally get to find some answers, both by asking questions and by observing with my great eyes, watching what's going down in the match. So, so I think today is the day where I'll finally be able to confidently say yes or no to a Jury player when they say it's very hard to fight Guile. So after today, I'll either say yes or no.
Okay.
Wow, that's really hard.
That was crazy. Olvaha, what about you? Jury Guile, looking forward to this one?
I am, because, like Veggey said, I've heard a lot about people saying things about this matchup, and it does seem that the Jury players think this is one of the harder matchups out there, but I'm very interested in seeing how Chico will be tackling this matchup. But also, I personally like a lot of pro Guile play, because I think the character takes a certain kind of a player to actually do well with him, because he has nuances that don't really show up when you're just observing from the surface.
Okay.
So I enjoy watching a good Guile player, because that it's a very different kind of a character, at least in my opinion.
Okay, no, I like that. Well spoken, good articulation there. All right, so what we are going to do is we're actually going to talk to these guys a little bit more, have their opinions on Street Fighter 6. So if we can get our guests to unmute their microphones and have a lovely chat, this will be brilliant to see. And then maybe we can answer some of Veggey's questions, or we can see it through the game when we get to that point as well. But we should have our guests live and direct. So let me find out. Chico, Linz, can you both hear me loud and clear?
Yo, we hear you.
Yes?
Perfect. All right, gentlemen.
Good day.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and join us on the show. Now, obviously, this is the pre-match interview before we let you guys go into the 1st to 10. I know you guys have probably played a lot in tournaments and casuals amongst yourselves, but hey, this is going to be a treat to watch regardless. But I do have to kick things off. Chico, since you are new to the show, I asked this generic question to all my guests that are new. So we'll start with you. Where does the name Chico come from, if you don't mind enlightening people that may not know the origin of your name?
So my real name is actually Sharif, and Chico is just my nickname that everyone calls me since I was a child.
Okay, was it? So did you come up with it? Did an older brother give it to you?
No, it was my mom.
Oh, your mum gave you the Chico name.
Yeah.
Does it have a special meaning at all, or?
Not really. I know it means boy in I think Spanish or Italian, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might need to definitely fact check that one. But that's pretty cool. Nice and simple. Really like that one there. All right. So my next question for you is, now we speak amongst ourselves about a lot of the characters before our guests come on, and Veggey did mention before, it's like no one really speaks about Jury these days, despite Jury still being a highly effective character. Since you play her and you have first-hand experience, do you ever get that feeling? It's like, why is no one talking about this character? Do you think she's in the right position in Street Fighter 6 right now, or something like that at all?
I actually like where Jury is right now. I think she's top tier, but I don't think she's like at the highest tier yet. I think she's at the top of the second tier on the tier list. She's really good. I mean, obviously she won Capcom Cup, and she didn't really get nerfed in the patch. They basically made all her useless moves useful now.
Okay.
Which is cool. Which are really nice buffs.
Is there like a standout buff? A significant change for you at all? Me personally, I think the target combo one was the standout one, but I don't play Jury like that. So is there something that you think, oh, this is a really good change that they've given the character, or is there nothing like that at all?
Yeah, the target combo is actually really huge because it actually increases her meterless, not meterless. She just increases her level 1 damage.
Okay.
And it builds a lot of super bars. So when you're at the end of the round and you don't know if you're gonna get that level 1 super, the target combo actually builds a lot of bars. So you get that level 1 way more consistently now.
Interesting. That's definitely something I'm gonna have to note down. And now, forgive me if I'm wrong, because I'm on social media sometimes, I'm not on social media sometimes. And if I type in hashtag CamiSF6, your name seems to come up a fair bit sometimes. Word on the street is, to me, you have some sort of personal gripe with the character. Is Cami still too strong in your eyes? I'm curious.
I think the spin knuckle nerf is really good against characters who have fireballs. But other than that, I think she's still the same. I think she just she plays single player whenever she's on the screen. She has so much control in neutral, and plus she can skip neutral really easily. Obviously, she doesn't have the best drive rush, but her air approach is also amazing and really hard to stop.
Define skip neutral in Cami's terms for me. Dive kick or no?
Yes, I think dive kick is a neutral skip tool. It punishes lows. It can be plus on block. It's really like the Cami player has to make a huge mistake to make it punishable, and even then, it's not a huge punish. He's like -4, -5. Hooligan is also, I think, really strong, especially the AX one, since it links into level 3. They did nerf the scaling on it.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Okay, no, fair. I'm always curious because sometimes I think people might misunderstand your gripes with the character when you type it as opposed to actually explaining it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I always see people, like, you know, talking about characters left, right, and center, and I guess, like, again, things can be misinterpreted very easily on Twitter, but that's very interesting. And I know you bump into some of the best camis in Europe in tournament on a very regular basis, so I can understand why it's not particularly fun. But then, would you say it's fair to have that same assumption about Jury, though? You know, sometimes Jury can be very good at harassing her opponents with the pressure game. Maybe she can skip neutral with drive rush into stand medium kick. Maybe I'm missing something here. Do you think people can make the same argument about Jury, or a similar argument?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, even though I tend to downplay Jury a lot in some people's eyes, I definitely think she's broken.
Interesting. All right, we'll come back. We'll come back to that. Linz, it's been a little while. Thank you very much for coming back on. So, my first question to you is, what's the general opinion on Guile right now for you? Because I know he didn't really get punished too hard in the recent big patch, but it seems like you got a couple of new toys. So what's the general opinion on Guile for you right now?
I think Guile is kinda top 3 right now.
Top
I
3?
Yeah, I only have Akuma and Rashid above him because they kinda have better toolkits. But Guile worst matchup is basically GB, and GB is tuned down a lot, and the whole scaling on the combos and how the drive management works, I think it favors Guile a lot in this game, especially having the best fireball driver in the game. He has the best oppressive tool to go in, and his defensive tool is just way too good. I think Guile is top 3 in my opinion, to be honest.
Wow. Okay, I think you're the only person who's been honest about Guile as of recent time.
Respect for the integrity.
Liz, did you forget to take the course on downplaying your main character? Or is this you downplaying Guile? Top 3, not top 1.
No downplay here, just the truth.
Okay, no, I like that. Okay, so let me ask you this then. What do you think, out of the changes Guile received in the patch, what do you think was the biggest one? Me personally, I think it was the dry gauge damage
scaling.
with the sonic boom. What, you think that was the biggest change to him?
I think that the biggest change about Guile is standing heavy punch scaling. It uses his damage a lot, and it actually creates more optimal combos as a startup because it adds a lot of scaling into it. But other than that, I don't think Guile has changed at all in terms of how he played the game. And the only buff he received is the OD Sonic Blade. It's kinda nice, but it's barely practical in tournaments. Like it doesn't get used a lot. Yeah, I don't think it's practical in tournaments, but it's very cool to do, to be honest.
Interesting.
Have you noticed the nerf to the hurt box on the arms of Guile before the sonic boom leaves his hands?
Yeah, the hurt box of the blade got increased. I think it increases also the possibility of whiff punishing it. It's way easier to whiff punish it on reaction actually.
But didn't they also nerf the hurt box on the startup of the fireball itself?
I'm not sure about that.
Maybe I'm misremembering.
No, that's honestly,
okay.
That is actually interesting. Stand heavy punch, the scaling penalty was the biggest change, and it might have actually inadvertently helped him. I've never actually heard someone actually say that. So then, let me ask Linz, and we'll go back to Chico on this one. Linz, what's your general opinion on Street Fighter 6 right now? Have you been playing the game since it came out day one?
Yep.
Okay, so is your opinion the same as when you started playing it a month in, or is it substantially changed? Like, what's your general opinion on Street Fighter 6 right now?
I think the game has changed a lot since Season 1. It actually becomes so much better to watch. Like, there is not just 2 characters are in the top 2, as Luke and GB used to be. I think you can generally put 10 characters in the top 5. There's a lot of good characters. You can call them top tiers in this game right now.
That's true.
It's so good to watch tournament with variety of characters, and the balancing is really good as well because how the game is supposed to be played is very volatile. You can have 6-4 matchup and you can still win it if you do amazing perfect parries and all this stuff. It creates potential for really, really creative plays, and I really love the game right now, how it's supposed to be played in tournaments.
Oh, that was well put. It was a really good answer. Yeah, the character diversity is very huge right now. You look at a top 8 or look forward to finals day. There's no real repeat characters. Maybe you get a double Akuma, maybe a double Luke or something like that. But outside of that, you're getting 8 different characters. That's actually a really good sign in terms of the direction the game is going in.
For Linz, actually.
Okay, please. Before, you asked that and I'll ask my question to Chico.
So this is kind of a personal question because I've been dabbling in with Guile a little bit myself recently. So what do you think about Guile as a character? Do you think he's hard to play, or do you think he's on the easier side?
I think if you just want to play the character, he's very easy to pick up. The tool is very easy to utilize, but if you want to play him in the hardest level, we say tournaments and very, very hard nerves on the line, I think he's very hard to play. The loops and all of the optimal combos are very time specific with delays, and the charging time can be misleading sometimes. I think he is very easy to pick up, but he's hard to master.
Okay, that's a philosophy that Street Fighter have been like kind of putting in their games since SF4, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's been like that for a little while. Sorry, Olvaha, you wanted to add on another question? To
Yeah, I
that?
have one more question. So, if you had one like tip for a Guile moving on from kind of an intermediate level to advanced, what would that tip be?
I would tell him to be more focused on defense because Guile is a defensive character by nature. Like playing as a reactive defense playstyle, just wait on the screen and react as much as possible to what's on the screen. And throw less booms because it's very predictable, and the higher the chance goes on by anti-airing others, it's just throwing less booms in general if someone tends to be jumping a lot.
Okay.
That's great advice.
No, good advice. Chico, let's go to you, because I did ask this question to Linz, so I'll get your opinion. What's your general thoughts on Street Fighter 6 as a game, since it's been out for over a year now? Like, what do you think about it overall?
I think it's definitely developed, especially the meta. Like, the first few months, nobody really knew how strong Perfect Parry was. Everyone was just complaining about Drive Impact, but now you don't really see anyone complaining about that. I definitely think everyone has optimized the Season 1 characters, but I definitely think there's room for improvement now. There's still room for improvement.
Room for improvement in in terms of optimizing the Season 1 characters, or just in terms of where the game can go?
No, I mean in terms of character strength. Like I think Jury's level 2 still isn't completely figured out yet.
Interesting.
And I think, well, there's not really a character off the top of my head right now, but there's a few characters that still have some things to develop, in my opinion.
No, okay. Listen, the game, and I think that's kind of courtesy of the system, to be fair, how robust and how strong it is. So I can understand that. That's interesting. Why you think Jury's level 2 hasn't fully been figured out? Is there a reason why? Is it an activation route? Is it what you can do in the corner? Is it maybe a damage route? What do you think it is, in your personal opinion?
Well, right now, the best thing to do with Jury is obviously her level 2. You can combo into Drive Impact, which depletes a lot of drive gauge. Another thing is that in the corner, she obviously has an amazing corner carry with her dive kick, and in the corner, it's really the best strategy is either to go for safe jumps or to go for the double overhead, which is really strong. And I think this is what most Jury players usually go for. But every now and then, there's new tech on Twitter, or just people discover new tech, and it's really strong. But the safe jumps and the double overheads are just really strong, and nobody really pays attention to the new tech.
Interesting. Do you think people will pay attention to the new tech later down the line, or do you think we're just going to stay with the double overhead stuff for a very long time? Because like you said, when they're in the corner, especially when they're burnt out, there's not much you can really do. So why even try and use that new tech in the first place? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, the new tech is... well, I have something on my mind right now. I'll probably use it in this set.
Okay.
But there's an ambiguous... it's not really a safe jump, but it's really hard to see where Jury lands. It's kind of a side switch, but you can choose to not make it a side switch by going for a different route.
Okay.
But does that work in the corner?
It works in both, but in the corner, obviously, you can't side switch.
Yeah.
It's really good to get out the corner.
Okay. Well, I mean, he didn't reveal anything to us, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Sounds spooky enough.
How.
Sounds like whenever you want to block left, you should block right against that setup.
Well, I mean, either way, if it's some sort of jumping, you're gonna be probably guessing left, right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to the Jury.
Of course, it's up to you. You're the attacker. You can do what you want. That's always what it's like. Right, a question I've
it's
got...
not up to me, at least.
Well, a question I've got for the both of you.
It's not for me to call.
We'll start with Chico first. Chico, the online experience, how's that been for you? Because I know you guys are from Egypt, so I'm not sure how far the connection goes for you guys. Can you play with the vast majority of Europe?
Yeah, it's really good. Obviously, this game is blessed with an amazing netcode. we play with most of Europe with little to no problem. Like it's somewhere between 50 to 90 MS with a big part of Europe, which is really playable in this game.
Yeah, that's actually really good. And you get no rollback with that either.
Sometimes it's like 1 or 2 frames of rollback, but it's not that bad. It's still playable.
Okay, no fair. And Linz, do you have the same answer or something different?
Yes, like it's very easy to play online in this game, honestly.
Oh, okay, fair. I like
Because
it.
I remember in Street Fighter 5, we played sometimes in ranked in Street Fighter 5 Linz, and you told me that back then there was not really many players for you to run into in ranked.
Yeah.
But that's changed now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's very easier to get matches right now. Like I can reach the highest rank in the game, which is Legend, and I like the ranking system in general. It's just not that grindy anymore in terms of the hour you have to spend. It's just about the quality of the matches you have to win.
Yeah, because I remember we spoke. I remember we spoke about how you could easily be a high-ranked player if you were in the more dense region, even back then. So it's kind of cool to see that come to fruition now, years later. I think it's like, what's been 2 years, 3 years since you were on last time?
Been probably like 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, yeah.
But then,
So, yeah.
I'm curious, how do you not think Street Fighter 6's ranking system is not as grindy? Because, the higher up you go, again, pardon me if I'm wrong, but the higher you go up in terms of the MR ladder, the less people you're playing. Am I not right in saying that?
I don't think that's necessarily a fact. I think I got cute sometimes against Diamonds when I'm on Legend because there is not enough players in my cue ball, and I think it's about the MR system raising the difficulty of the matches. It's just about not playing so much against Diamonds, which wasn't the case in Street Fighter 5. You can play a lot against Diamonds and Masters when you are like Ultra GM, and you can fairly grind to Warlord just by playing the same amount of players in this threshold. But in this game, you have to raise the threshold. You have to play against higher MR players than yours or like similar level to actually grind the MR points, which leads you to the leaderboards.
Ah, right. Okay.
And,
no, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
And in addition, it's like if you, let's say you start at 1500 MR one day. If you are good enough to beat 2000, you beat 2000 within. It's not going to be like, okay, in 3 weeks we will hit that 2K.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a matter of days.
Okay,
even a day
then-
if you have a good day. Yeah.
3 days in this
Well,
season.
I mean, like, if it took 3 weeks, okay, if we compare it to the SF5 one, if it took 3 weeks, I know I'll get there in 3 weeks, right? That's just
Yeah, yeah.
guaranteed. With the MR, again, going purely based off skill, I could get 100 MR in the day and lose it in the same day. Nothing's
Yeah,
changed.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean,
literally it.
then you're not grinding the rank itself, you're grinding your skill to achieve the rank.
But
While in Street Fighter
that's
5,
my
we were
point.
just grinding
The grinding
points for the rank,
aspect is
yeah.
still there. Probably, okay, I probably
Oh,
explained
yeah,
this wrong.
okay, I understand now what you mean.
The
Yeah, yeah,
grinding
yeah.
aspect is still there. It's just kind of
Yeah.
framed differently. Is that
Yeah.
the best way to explain it?
I think that's
Yes.
good. That's a good point.
Okay. No, I was interested because I know some people prefer this system compared to SF5, but I'm like, hang on, we're still playing matches. If anything, especially with the speed of where you get matches in Street Fighter 6, I'd argue you're actually grinding more. Just in terms of how it
true.
comes, the frequency of matches, how MR works, especially when you guys are going up against the underdogs and you lose 14 MR because you just happen to drop a flash kick. Like, so you still, and now you got to
Exactly,
play what?
with Guile especially.
Maybe you have to play 2, maybe 3 first to 2 sets to kind of make up for lost time. Am I wrong in assuming that?
Charge.
I'm very bad at the game,
very
so.
I thought I had charge.
but that was also true in Street Fighter 5 though. If you lost to a diamond, you'd have to win like 3-4 sets to get that back.
You could, like, true, but I think it was easier to get the points back in 5.
This
with
game
MR,
is very
it's-
punishing.
Yeah, that's true. You need to
But
be
that's-
super
yeah.
consistent.
I
But,
can-
but
I
it's
can
like
argue about this all
let's say if you have a goal of 20, 50 points or 2000 or 1900,
Yeah.
and you can you get there, you can do that quickly if you if you have the skill to be in that rank, and then you don't have to play ranked anymore to it's like the choice to play more ranked is different. I remember it was like I was like, okay,
I get what you
I'm
mean.
like 3 months away from Ultimate Grandmaster, and I was like, okay, in 6 months, if I play every day, I'll be Warlord.
Exactly.
No, I get what you mean. Basically,
I played every day for 6 months, and I did get Warlord. By the way,
there's more reason to play this game or stick around because of, especially if you're a competitor, because of how the MR system works. You can't just stop playing once you get Warlord. It's like, no, you'll lose that legend rank tomorrow if you stop playing. So
that's true. That's a good point.
It's a very
the legend ranks. If you want to stay in legend, you'd have to stick in ranked, or just have like one insane session that just can't be topped.
Listen, man, MR inflation in this game is crazy. Right, let me ask this last question before we hit the break, because that topic is another podcast in itself, how the whole system works. It was brilliant to highlight that. All right, Chico, we'll go with you first. You mentioned Jury is quote-unquote broken, or still pretty strong. I'm going to ask you a very, very hot take question here. So, have you got a top 5 right now, Chico, at all?
I do, actually.
Oh, okay. Damn, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, here we go. What's your top 5?
So,
I want them ordered.
All right, ordered. So top 1, I have Rashid right now.
Well, okay. Number 2.
Then second, well, I'm not really sure, but second or third would be Akuma or Gaia. These are my...
Interesting. So he's got Akuma there. At least he's got Akuma there. All right, cool. So for argument's sake, we'll just take those 2 spots, Akuma and Gaia. Okay, who's your number 4?
My number 4 is probably Cammy right now.
Okay. Personal vendetta. I like it. Go on.
Good. No, also great answer so far, Chico.
All right, cool. 4. All right, and your 5th spot?
And 5th would be, in my opinion, between Bison and Ken.
What?
Ooh.
Okay.
I think Bison is too low.
Kind of. Let's have fun with this. Why do you think Bison? Why have you rated Bison so highly right now?
He's just insane. His neutral is incredibly strong.
Mm-hmm.
His standing medium kick has barely any recovery, and it's really hard to whiff punish. His crouching medium punch has more range than Luke's crouching medium punch, which is insane. Mm-hmm. Obviously, scissors is its own topic.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And not many characters can deal with his air mix-ups.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The head stomp is better than ever before.
Well, I could argue some things, but I'll save that for another time.
Street Fighter 4 head stomp.
I would argue some things, but we'll keep that for another time.
Fair enough.
So that's the 5. Linz, you mentioned Gaia was top 3. So who are your other 4 characters? If I was to ask you for a top 5.
Alright, I think Akuma right now might be top 1, in my opinion.
Okay.
He's the most well-rounded character. And Rashid level 2 is just... this thing
It's fun, I know,
way
yes.
too good. Yeah, Rashid is... I mean, level 2 Rashid is tough too. Not Rashid.
Okay,
level
so
2 Rashid.
we've got Akuma, level 2 Rashid, not Rashid himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
The tornado.
Just the move itself is top 2, right? The level 2 itself.
We've got
Isar is number 2.
Guile number 3. Who's your number 4?
My number 4 is Ken.
Okay.
And my number 5 is kind of Lex. I would say right now, probably Bison. I think he is very strong. Like, he might end up being top 5, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
For
All right, so both of them.
his psycho power.
Both of them.
And then Keith is top 1 for sure.
Well, okay, that was the honourable mention that we probably should have cut the tapes.
Shared number 1 spot.
I don't think you know how you can have 2 number 1s. And you can't have 6 characters in your top 5.
Well,
Linz.
Alright, he's top
Next
0 then.
question.
Anyway, no, I like that. We'll kind of keep it there. Right, what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to take a short break while we get the ads running and playing. I'm going to get these guys in the lobby and get this first to 10. So get your snacks, get your drinks. When we come back, we'll have Chico versus Linz in a first to 10. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Veggey 16.
Marvel vs.
I'm just kidding, Richard. What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Sets. See, this was like it's one of those behind the scenes jokes that obviously to other people is not funny, but to us it was a great laugh.
You scared the production team.
I definitely scared the production team by being mute for the first second or second and a half, and I just had to hold it for a little bit, but not for so long, so that the chat start noticing. Because if they start noticing, it can get kind of awkward here. But welcome back to Sets. It's a Tuesday show, sometimes Monday, sometimes Wednesday, but we're gonna stick with Tuesday for a while now. And I know
the Friday show.
Maybe people were expecting to see Bison because Bison released last week, but we were like, let the Bison players marinate. We are going to see legendary players from Egypt, Linz and Chico. They've been doing so good in the online circuits that they've been able to attend around Europe since the game launched. And I think these are the kind of players that show you that wherever you are, there will be some really strong players that can match the top of like the world. And being able to see them play today is just going to be a treat. What do you think, Olvaha?
I think so too, and I think this is the best part of the show, that we can showcase these guys and their talent to everyone else who might not be aware of how incredibly good these players are.
Yeah, and we just saw 3 perfectest of parries that early in the game. And that's the thing I always thought for characters like Jury. Like, since this is the thing you do with Give 2, right? When you use the perfect parry, you kind of reset the whole advantage that the fireball thrower has. Which is why I've always wondered how hard can it be for Jury, even if she struggles against fireballs, because right now it doesn't really look like Chico cares a little bit about that fireball with that great control so far.
Right. That is true. And even when they added the drive meter depletion to the booms, like, if you hold parry,
yeah, exactly,
it doesn't really have an effect.
Yeah, so
I think the change really encouraged people to like actually start actively parrying projectiles, because I see every day people who actually just refuse to parry them. They just block.
Yeah, and I think parrying fireballs is how you can make them weaker in this game, because you don't have really a lot of those anti-fireball tools, often locked behind the super, and the super you need to focus maybe to get it maybe a level 2, but just seeing the applications that Chico's had with the parry so far has changed.
Have you noticed that Linz has been fighting from the corner, like he's back behind the, like, facing the wall?
Yes, for 67 seconds.
60 seconds of just throwing
that was
moves.
crazy. And just fighting. That's
just
the thing with
leaning
Linz.
leaning on the corner.
Hey, and that's the thing with Linz that we also spoke about, that he thinks you should be more defensive and less like aggressive. You can be aggressive, but playing defensively is like where you will shine. It's like his philosophy, I feel.
Here's the thing, right? With this game, like Gal, like you said, by nature has been a defensive character since the dawn of time. But what you also need to remember is how offensive this game is. So if you're asleep at the wheel, your drive gauge does get affected by even you having good defense. You can't be too defensive for too long, otherwise you'll be punished in a way that you're not comfortable with. So that's also a thing as well.
Exactly.
You also need to remember, well, at one point you guys were talking about before. Gonna activate Solid Puncher first.
Incoming.
Okay, there you go. You can send him full screen.
Yes, indeed.
That screen carry is actually pretty damn good.
Oh, and the delay, I think, on that standing mean
That's great. I love how he didn't use any more meter. He just used for one extension and kept the drive bar over 3 bars. I think that's really smart from Linz.
Alright, gonna make it safe on block there. Get the crouch immediately. No counter hit, so you couldn't get that full conversion. I think you can. I can't remember if you can normally get a jab off of a regular crouch immediate kick. Can't quite remember.
I think.
Oh, he got him.
Yeah,
he got him.
That was too sick.
Now, that was the answer. Is there locked behind the level 3? It's still not enough to kill at all, but this position is dangerous. Closing in on burnout. What's it gonna be? Gets the burnout. Has a level 1. Throw.
He doesn't need to do it. No, he just keeps it simple.
Yeah, he's just gonna chip because of the plus frames.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so oppressive.
You have to remember, in a situation like that, despite having how tantalizing the stun can be, the plus frames and the situation are on your side, so you don't need to make it super obvious, and the defender's going to be thinking about the drive impact. So what Chico did there was absolutely brilliant. So that was good stuff there to close out that round.
I absolutely agree with you. I think that we have now evolved in that mind game where people are ready to counter with the counter drive impact, and people are utilizing that by throwing a lot. And I wonder if we'll see people trying to jump out more in the near future and people going back to stunning as quickly as possible.
Nice use of the standing medium kick from Linz, as well as anti-airs, because Guile has to use different anti-airs depending on where your opponent is jumping from.
Well, you also have to remember as well, if you can get him to move, he loses charge. So you don't want him to have the down charge. Overhead there. This is going to be big. This is what he was talking about.
Here's the Feng Shui we were talking about.
Let's see. Gets that empty low. Still though.
No cancel.
Has the drive meter to and gets the punish on it.
He's in so much trouble now.
At some point, something has to come. No way.
That was an amazing tech, by the way.
Oh, and he tries to survive it. Jumped on the double burnout. Wow. You know, that walk forward to make sure that he would parry the boom and not get thrown was really good.
No, that was. I think it was pretty good, but that
was a great decision. Yeah.
You have to remember, if you're holding it for too long, that might actually put you in trouble. Especially in this version of the game. So
especially now.
Look, there are times, you guys did mention before, where like parrying booms make them weaker, but it also, you might get too comfortable doing it, and Guile can do drive rush throw. I see Akane do it a lot. Drive rush throw is actually pretty successful with Guile. So.
Yeah. Punish counter throws hurt a lot. Can't be too predictable with that.
And what I wonder is if like the main game plan will always be to try to hard meter for level 3 to have that round closing anti-projectile move that Yuri will have access to, but I don't think it's enough because these rounds are they're close, but there's just some damage missing so far on Chico's side.
Right, finds it
though.
Drive rush, trying to get the delay. He's trying to do a delay.
These techs from Linz have been so on point, by the way.
Well, if you believe they're going to throw, then do so. But other than that, for the most part, like Tekken in this game, we said it time and time again.
Can't jump over them all.
Tekken in this game is a very, very bad idea.
Yeah, it is. That's why it was like really impressive how those techs have been so on point from Linz. But obviously these guys have played against each other a lot. Okay, the EX canceling the Feng Shui, interesting.
On the delayed jab from Linz, or maybe even an instant jab, but we're Burnout City or Burn Meter City right now. Nice air throw to keep him up to the corner.
Dude, air throws, by the way, they have to be like the most satisfying thing about this game. I really can't, I refuse to play a character without air throw.
I mean, you played Ryu. You played Ryu.
Yeah, I did, but...
But he has the air Tatsumaki, so it makes up for it.
Yeah, the jumping medium punch. The jumping medium punch is almost as satisfying.
Oh, had the plus frame from the burnout before recovering from the burnout.
Okay.
And then went for the knee drop or...
So...
What is that? Is that the bazooka knee? That's
that's the bazooka knee.
So...
Bazooka knee.
Linz has been actually activating solid punch at the level 2 a fair bit so far. Especially for just the screen positioning, the combo extensions. It's been working out. I usually see it activated on block for the dry gauge damage, but he's already got Chico in the corner again.
The most usual application of level 2 for Guile is basically chip out situations or something where you just want to like buy time for yourself to regain drive meter or something like that. But I really like how Linz has been applying it so far. We need to actually ask about that level 2. What's the opinion on that?
No, that was such a great check on the drive rush with the throw. But what I noticed that when people are playing matchups where they're kind of like fighting from behind because it's a little bit uphill, which it might be the case here, but let them finish this combo.
No, okay, he's not going to take the round. There's too much scaling.
These guys are only using level 2.
Oh, tell a lie.
Not getting,
is this the right one?
Not getting level 1.
Okay,
yeah. Oh, the delay there. Slight delay maybe. It's going to be very hard for Linz to come back from, but it's definitely doable now.
Frames right now.
Yeah, needs to find a jump in. Finds the jump in. Had the counter it. No combo.
And another one.
That's the thing with Guile. When Guile is not down charging, it's not too risky to jump. It's like, yeah, he can anti-air with the normal, but
it's fine.
Yeah, but it's a trade a lot of the time, so it's like it's not too risky to actually guess the jump. What a read on the DP. That's the second one.
Damage as well.
Because he is going for the drive rush beforehand to get the extra frame advantage to unlock a different combo route. So that's actually super important as well.
Once again, these jump-ins are right now landing perfectly for Chico.
He was flowing in the air. You could like see the foot out there for such a long time before it connected with the recovering Guile for that combo.
I think for this kind of a long set as a Guile player, it must be really hard to kind of make your boom tendencies not be too predictable, because at some point you kind of have a read, because obviously you need charge, so you can't just throw it out willy-nilly. You need the charge behind that.
That trade combo was mad from Chico. Okay, get the throw as well. Yeah, all right, looking good. Finding that momentum he needs. Good check there as well.
Challenge
That's negative.
In the corner.
Yeah. That is negative if you do it the wrong
frames. Definitely knows about the frames here, Linz. See, Linz has been fighting from this quite some time. No, quite a lot of the time, but it's been going quite well.
Ooh, almost poked it out because it does have an extended hurt box in Guile's feet when you do the Sonic Blade, so you can't really do that in up too close.
I like that he
also
perfect parried and then didn't move. He didn't commit to a jump or anything. The Guile players are getting better at seeing the perfect parry.
Beautiful parry. And the corpse hop as well with the bazooka knee. Nice. Okay, gets the counter hit into the super. Nice awareness.
Yeah, and Chico holding to not be too low on the drive bar there.
Unfortunately, that was the light Sonic Blade.
Has to make a big decision not to get burnt out. Oh, okay.
Nice smell of jumping.
Half safe zone. Yeah. It's not too bad. You cannot jump in on the charging Guile right
block
now.
On the overhead as well. Hard to look out for in the last slow moments of the round. Oh, nice block on Linz's part as well.
Just a slide drive lead.
He could have. I think he could have caught that light. I definitely think he could have caught that light.
Testing the waters there.
Wow, that was so good. The drive rush jab, slide step back, step forward throw. Like an OS block almost on the DP there before going for the throw. Or even on the button.
That sounded like you were describing a dance choreography.
Yeah, that was a dance move.
Yo, and he's got it again. The first time he did it from a drive rush. This time he done it as a natural reaction. Gonna get that level 3. Kill, still keep him in the corner. 2 bars though, so you can actually try to burn him out. No, he's gonna overhead reset instead, and he should close out the round because Jury's combo's going for half a century.
They do.
They do. Coming at ya.
Coming at ya. Did you always have that much
Coming at ya.
Oh.
Alright, oh, hold on.
Oh, hello.
Okay, we're good.
They just had to have a little breather. They're back at it right now.
No, I actually seen this same situation happen in Topanga Online stages. They were having this problem as well, where the game just kind of paused for a minute and then they got back into it. So
nice chucking punch. Perfect move right now, as
perfect parry. I wonder if that was.
I like that
part of
side
his game
switch.
plan.
It's so simple and yet so effective.
Simple
that is
and
big
clean.
brain.
Oh, the
I need to
damage.
start utilizing that.
Oh, could have gone on for more if he wanted to. Has to keep the drive bar though. Now Linz again, trying to set up that space, set up that position.
do you know what?
Chico wants to stay so close.
I kind of like the way Chico's just micro-walking forward and blocking the boom, and then he'll switch with the parry and then the jump.
I think it's a really good play, especially when you have the life lead right now. Just walking Guile into the corner.
Even then, you have to be careful because of the medium and sonic boom changes, the dry gauge damage. So walking and blocking, it still works, but when you do get a clean jump in or something, you might not have the right resources to get a safe cancel. So he's got, look
at these perfect parries, by the way, from Chico. Man has been parrying booms for so long.
That is the worst feeling when you're 2+ for your own throw and you get punished, countered, killed by the other throw.
Yeah, that sounds like a drive rush button in Burnout.
That was a massive.
Yeah. Exactly, like a driver's button in Burnout.
Yeah.
Throw again.
Oh, look at the throw range from Jury.
Let's go.
Just keep him there. Yeah, the way he's just been walking at him, parrying, trying to risk a jump.
Linz
He's got hit by a couple of booms here and there, but that's completely fine.
One interesting thing with Linz's gameplay as Guile is that you're not seeing the usual boom boom driverish boom. Oh no, missed the confirm.
He committed, so he's gonna lose for it. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. This is what Guile players tend to do. They'll sit in a position and they'll have the charge because when you press down heavy kick, he's gonna move forward naturally. You hold the charge. You gotta be very careful committing to level 1 or level 3. And unfortunately, it was blocked. And Chico gets 3-2 up. The other way around. Chico won that. It's 3-2 to Chico.
Yeah.
Paging production.
Production!
No, but as I was saying, you know, the Fireball drivers, Fireball drivers game is not really there with Linz. He does not really engage too much in it. He's more about the classical Guile gameplay, walking himself to the corner, trying to find hits here and there, using the boom, establishing like control. And I think it's interesting to see that something like that is also really efficient. There's so many ways to play the character.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. I think
I
as well.
still think like Guile is one of those characters where he has so many nuances in his tool set, and you might not necessarily notice them if you're not really that knowledgeable about Guile in general, because obviously you see booms, you see flash kick, you see a few normals, but there's a lot of tech going behind all that.
Was that the new max damage combo with the heavy kickstarter?
It might have been.
Yeah.
I do need to
That
sit
looks
down
sick,
and
though.
really go
Yeah.
through all of Guile's combo routes, or the loops in the corner, to be honest.
The thing is that with Guile's boom loops, he needs very specific entries to get into the specific spacing, and then he can get the consistent ending with the roundhouse. So a lot of the times you need to invest some drive meter to get the favorable positioning on screen, and then you can enter into the boom loop, so to speak. But it also depends on where you're on the screen. Are you in the corner? Are you mid-screen? There's a lot of variation behind.
Nobody perfect parries the gap in between of the overhead and the target combo. No one does that. They either wait, try to punish afterwards, or they just get hit by the overhead.
Get countered like me. The
nice whiff punish. I think Chico is really dominating the
that could
corner
have been
right
the round.
now.
I think that could have been
was
the
a
round before.
dominating round.
It definitely looks like it's not too hard for like Jury to get close when they're good at the jump timing. Good
the
at
reads are right,
parries.
everything is right, and
Let's
everything just
hold
feels
on.
good.
Let's not gaslight ourselves
Don't
here,
whip punish.
because what you need to
Don't whip punish,
remember.
sorry.
What you need to remember about this is how often have they played for Chico to be super comfortable with this approach? Because
Exactly,
if you watch
That's true.
if you watch a typical Jury versus Guile matchup, they don't approach like this. So
Yeah, they
that-
don't. Yeah.
But that would then say that maybe they are further ahead in the matchup than
Yes.
the general consensus.
Yes, that's my point exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point too now. Let's
You guys
go,
were
Jammerz.
agreeing all along.
Ultimate hitbox on that medium punch. Stuffing the driver's crouching heavy punch, which would have been huge. Now everything's changed.
I think the most blatant use of Jury's jumping medium punch is on Jury's wake up. It's such a
that was-
disgusting tool.
Oh no. That was absolutely amazing. Oh, gets in now. Had to parry, gets the punish
Nice
counter on the
CX
throw.
flash kick.
Oh,
Now
very
he
close
just
to
needs to
burnout,
hold
though.
hold it down, hunker down like Guile does.
And has to be a little bit afraid of like maybe a random dive kick from full screen. Most likely not, but there's always these things for Linz to think about. And he does not want
level 2
Chico
incoming.
to get a fireball on the screen, because then that driver is imminent.
Okay, holding it down here. No throw from Linz just yet. Yeah.
Is he gonna be ready?
I like the booms right now, keeping it nice and solid. Hunker down. One more EX boom will do it, most likely. Just held it down. Testing the waters with the EX boom.
If he can get another
Completely
Sonic
burnout, though.
Boom to hit, that means Chico can't drive impact him anymore.
Yeah, that's
true.
true. Oh, the clock is running down as well.
Oh,
the
no,
overhead
punish
was
on the
not
overhead.
carried. It
10
was not
seconds.
carried by
Needs
the
to do
momentum
something.
of the dry rush.
Oh, he actually waits.
He clips the legs. He clips the legs with crouching medium kick.
Just
Gonna
wait.
close him for a throw, maybe.
Oh,
but the timing! Oh my
He won because of it! He won because of it!
Dude,
The drive
massive
impact.
brain. Absolutely
That
massive
was-
brain. How does his brain fit into that cranium?
That was.
I feel like that was a fluke on
wild.
Chico's side, not thinking that if the timer comes now, he will have less
Dude,
life if he absorbs
that
the
was
hit. And that was
absolute
just so
Giga
sick.
Guile player brain.
So had there been another second, he would have recovered the life for 2 seconds or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
and he would have won on
exactly.
time. But because
No, that
there
was
not,
perfect. That's why Guile has the stopwatch on his wrist. I figured it out.
Punish. That's going to be the round there for Chico, making amends of what happened before. Again, I don't know how quickly regular health regenerates. That was a good DP, by the way. I don't know how quickly health regenerates after certain situations when you absorb great damage in this game. So there might be something
Parry.
to look
Didn't
into.
have time for a flash kick, but decided to parry. That's smart. The Sobot working as an do-it-yourself anti-air.
See, he's changed up to be more aggressive now. It's not working just zoning. There's more drivers,
Yeah, I
there's more
like it.
approaches.
I like it,
Definitely
yeah.
more of the classical guy we've seen so far in Street Fighter 6
Yeah,
going
but also
right now.
showing how versatile the character is, because you can just switch from offense to or defense into a more offensive approach.
Can you drive impact that gap, Jammerz?
Which one? The target combo one?
Yeah, the target combo
I wouldn't
overhead.
advise it, no.
No.
I wouldn't advise it.
Doctor's orders.
I really wouldn't advise it. Do you know what? It's like
Oh,
that
punched
scenario
up.
we talked about last week, which I had to look over. When you do crouch and medium kick on hit into overhead, and you try to drive impact, and they can recover in time. In some cases, anyway.
yeah.
It's just something I wouldn't even risk, because remember, it's 26 frames of startup. You always have to remember that.
Ooh, the instant overhead.
Oh, hold
I
on.
see what
Is he
you
going to get a
tried,
drive
Chico.
reversal out of him? No. Okay.
Oh, tries to get the overhead. I wonder if the low would have, if he was just committed to it. Oh, tries
I
to
like
bait.
the approach from Linz right
Expecting the
now.
DP.
He's so steadfast right now, so determined.
Yeah, but what was good is Chico's actually storing. Yeah, he's getting the Fuha stores. Maybe for an EX Fireball or something, or maybe just a safe conversion.
Oh, that was a big opportunity missed by Linz, but he will take that back here. That's a hard combo, by the way. Looks simple, but it's hard.
Oh, so afraid of that last bit of work to be DP'd away that he staggers and waits, and Chico with the reversal crouch medium kick, smelling that DP fear. He's been fearing that DP for a while now, and it hasn't come on defense, and Chico just cashed out on it.
Perfect parry and the trade works out here. These perfect parries, especially the timing that he's picking to do them, Chico, is really good in that jump.
The jump is like, he has such a good timing on those jumps. Like, they're clearly landing more than average.
Perfect parry again. Good damage there for a perfect parry. But yeah, just going back to what you're saying, Olvaha, like Chico's jump-ins. Again, he's played Linz for a little while now, so he's definitely got the he's got
Once
the understanding of Linz's timing. But then remember what Linz said, he can't be too predictable booms. But I think it's easy to say
I like
that.
how it all ties together in this set. I love it.
It's easy to say that, but when you're playing, sometimes you think throwing the fireball at this range at this time is the correct thing to do, and your opponent just takes the risks and jumps, and it works out.
Yeah, one thing I like how Justin Wong said it during CEO this weekend when they were talking about Guile, and he said it really in an interesting way. He said that Guile players should feel good about throwing their sonic booms. They can't get too like nervous throwing booms because it's such an amazing projectile, and I really like how he said that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. I kind of like attribute this to JP a lot. You never want to throw something out and it feels bad. Like you don't want to do that. So. But shouts to Justin Wong and Yipes over the weekend for the top end.
Yeah, that was a great tournament weekend.
With
preemptive, but too far for the punish, and no punish. Linz went for the long, slow startup.
Yeah.
Needed to do something faster there.
I think if you would have done a stand heavy punch, 7 frames, I think it would have worked.
Yeah, absolutely. Going for that new max route, maybe. Maybe the new max route cost him, so the change cost him. We're seeing the nerfs.
Do you know what? At least he's in the right mindset to go for that. Because you don't want to be in a scenario where you should have gone for
preemptively canceling that drive rush into the projectile by Chico, by the way. I like that. Kind of taking a safer approach near the corner.
So Chico's done this a little while now. He's been throwing the corner, drive rush, and whiffing a button. I don't know if it follows the same rules as what Akuma does. Because when Akuma does drive rush into whiff button, he's like +3, +4. I don't know if Jury gets the same frame advantage, or is he just doing it to bait a flash kick or a delayed button. I don't know if he's doing that.
Overhead.
So I'm going to check that later. So wait, again, Linz has had to fight from the corner, whether it's left or right, for the vast majority of this game, despite it being 5-3.
And to be honest, Guile being a defensive character, if you're going to play Guile, you kind of have to be comfortable with the fact that you're probably going to get pushed into the corner here and there.
But I'd never be comfortable being here because of drive impact wall splat.
Exactly.
Blocking
but
and
Guile
losing drive
has
gauge.
to have that, Guile players tend to play this reactionary defensive gameplay, and Linz did talk about that as well.
No, like, again, right, there you go. Yeah, caught him flinching, no perfect parry. Muscle memory went with the DI instead. No, I get exactly what you mean as a Guile player. I'm just talking about the system is not going to allow you to play Guile for as long as you want to.
Yeah, that's very true.
So,
yeah, absolutely agree with that.
Oh, mistimed it a little bit.
He could have punished back.
Yeah, it must have been close enough for a
stand like
kind of punish there. Yeah. Oh, it's all coming up deep offense right now. Wow, the conversion though. I'm gonna see something new.
No, he delayed the
jump. You're gonna just see a lot of jump-ins now.
Oh, I like that because you want to get another one of those jump-ins started.
Oh my goodness, this is a bloodbath in the corner.
Was that jump-in legit?
Maybe you could have flash kicked. I don't think it was a safe jump. No,
because remember when you do drive reversals, they're like +23, +24.
Yeah, so that was not a safe. Yeah. No, that's not a. Maybe it's just not ready, not charging, just not
probably
looking
an unfamiliar situation. Could have been anything, to be honest.
Or maybe we can ask about it. Maybe it's like he has some.
Yes, true. No, true.
But what if he doesn't want to answer?
He could say no comment then. It's quite simple.
Then he'll be like, that's my tech to win. That's all me, baby.
Saving that for Capcom Cup 11, I see you.
Oh, look at the damage. This is what I love about Guile's level 2. You get big damage or big drive damage or just a lot of space. Whichever you want, you can have it.
Exactly, trade offer.
Didn't challenge there, interesting. Low on drive gauge is Chico, but he's about to get another level 2.
So. Doesn't want to challenge that jump in from Jury.
Is he waiting for that jump again? Yeah, a jump came, but he
It's
wasn't
so tough
ready.
because, like, the thing is with Guile's, like, crouching fears, for example, in this game, you have to do it pretty damn early for it to not trade, for example, with a jump in.
Delay
You
back
have to be...
throw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good
Oh,
block.
nice block.
That was
Oh.
amazing block, by the way.
Do you know what's crazy? I do think if he had charge, all right, can he get to get low drive gauge? Yes, good block.
Oh, that's gonna kill. The chunks,
Dude, the damage.
yeah, the EX booms do chunks. It's like eating a nice ice cream with cookie dough inside.
Didn't they?
Nice chunks.
Didn't they tone the damage down on that? The EX
Yeah, they
Sonic
did.
booms
It
in
still does a lot.
level 2. I can't remember if they did, but he was low
It
on
did
health
even
anyway.
more back then, damn.
Yeah.
Guile players didn't know how good they had it.
I mean, Linz said feels like top 3, so punish. Yeah, thank you. Get the drive
Nice
rush
move,
cancel there.
punish.
Send them away.
Decent damage. Gets the Oki. Takes the Oki. Which also puts him further away from the corner, which is a great decision to do. Keeps on with the overheads. Gets the perfect
Nice
parry.
parries. The parries have been on point from Linz.
And that's cool because that would have been burnout last patch, and I really like that change with perfect parry, that you don't just so easily get burnt out if
This
someone
is
perfect
good.
parries you.
Yeah, I love it.
Gonna boom again, but yeah, Chico's staying at that range, but if he does take a jump, it's gonna be difficult to make the correct decision. He hasn't been going
Really
for an
hard
air
for
throw.
Linz to challenge those angles that Chico is jumping from as well.
Well, what I haven't seen, that is another option, is you can do an air throw. But thinking about doing an air throw, he's on an air to air there. Thinking about an air throw is very difficult to do, especially when Chico has been pretty successful with the jump-ins up close.
Yeah,
he's
that's
playing
true.
at a range that Drew players don't normally play this matchup at. So,
He's managing to
jump
stay
back.
close, yeah.
Yeah,
I
jump
think
back
he's-
jab is also a decent option when they get too close to be comfortable to do any grounded air anti-airs.
yeah, but
So I think,
oh, go on.
sorry. Yeah, I think Chico is managing to stay close and play at that range because he's so good at not losing, as you see, position to the Sonic booms all the time. So he's kind of forcing Linz to engage with buttons because it's not far enough where the Sonic boom is really safe. I think that's a big thing from Chico that I what is it, compliment him for a lot. That was a very good.
So that Sonic Hurricane's going to close it out to make it 5 apiece on the board. That is what it is right now. But Veggey, just to counter your point, as he's gaining ground and being more threatening, what was he losing? He was losing his health in the process. There's something he's giving up to play at a more comfortable or threatening range. That's what I'm seeing anyway.
Yeah, trade-off.
No one said this was going to be easy, but he's making it work. Nice jump,
The
medium punch.
jumping medium punch. Didn't have a charge, so it couldn't do a flash kick. It does have juggle points, so it could have done something from the ground, but didn't have charge.
Oh, tries to, he saw that earlier, Chico. Nice recognition. And
Yeah,
he's
he's
getting
gonna
caught
take
with a
that
perfect
this time.
parry.
What a
Increased throwability of that makes you so much more comfortable and so much more confident trying to do it. And I love this. Get the knockdown, get the first flash kick in forever, and it lands. Even looked like Chico was baiting for a little bit.
Smells like freedom.
He got to the Sonic Blade before it became properly active there. Nice low, but he didn't commit to it.
Perfect parries.
The Soulbot confirmed. That was so clutch.
Side switch.
Oh, that's actually new. I haven't seen that side switch either.
What, the Sonic Hurricane one? Have you not seen that?
The Sonic Hurricane into the bazooka need
Have you
to
not seen
jump
that?
over your opponent.
Damn, okay.
Ooh,
They've been doing
that
that
was
for, they've been doing that for a little while.
slick.
All right. Yeah, okay, he's waiting now. With the jump-ins, he's just waiting now. And again, he's actually at a safer range than before, but he walks
tried it
and
again.
does it again.
Oh, I like that Sonic Hurricane. Sometimes you just gotta do it, man.
Yeah, he's starting to feel the reversals a bit more now.
Yeah.
Been really passing on it earlier. Not ready again. Standing.
Yeah, that crouching fierce would have lost, like, easily in that situation. It just didn't have enough time.
And you can see the nerve to the parry with all these throws, confidently walking up, knowing that even if the driver comes there, he will be able to throw Linz after
Chico's
that perfect
meter, by the
parry
way,
attempt.
going below 3 bars right now. Looking really good for Linz. And just depleting that meter. He's trying to approach and parry, but it's hard, but gets a clutch jump in.
And he got it just in
Don't
time.
test
Can
me.
he do enough damage to build a level 3? I think he can. Yes. Oh, no!
Oh,
No, not quite.
Oh,
One hit. And that was one hit away.
There comes the activation, right? Soon? Anytime soon?
I don't
Both of
think
them can
so.
activate, actually.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Sonic
yeah,
Punch is
there
better.
you go. Time to chip
Too far away!
He mashed.
He was like, dude, Chico was like, I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something.
I think if Linz was in range for that chip out, would have been almost guaranteed. If not from the first one, it would be so hard.
I'm
but
not
then
gonna lie.
Chico, mash it, I love it.
I always thought when he does stand heavy kick into level 2 that the back fist will always connect because it's basically a true block string, but clearly I was wrong.
I feel like that's one of those very rare scenarios.
Yeah,
on the trade on the
100%.
flash kick, let's go.
Dude,
Oh,
I
perfect
love
parry.
it.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it's Chico that has conditioned Linz really to not drive rush as much after boom because he has such good timing on the perfect parry and.
Oh, there's the target combo. Much more usable than before.
Yeah, well, as Chico said before, moves that kind of had no purpose or lacked purpose. Capcom have kind of given them a purpose. Hey, we'll let you cancel into super or helps you build this resource here and there. This is way more useful now. Trying to run away again. The defensive choices Linz are making right now, they're all actually being exploited heavily by Chico at the moment. Lovely check on the drive rush there.
Yeah. Because Linz has when Linz is ready for something, he's ready and he will definitely stop that. Drive impact we saw earlier, the first one in like forever, is ready with the drive impact. Most of us we just parry because we're never ready.
Yeah.
Oh, allows that button
Back
after
fears
0-1
here.
back block there.
Superior range on that, canceling in the boom.
No whiff punish on the forward medium.
Once again, the back fears doing a lot of work for Linz right now. Has a pretty
Nice.
decent range, can actually cancel in the booms as well, and just a very all-around very powerful normal.
Gets out of the corner with that walk. That was such a good walk.
Yeah, sometimes the jumps from Chico, positionally they haven't helped him. Just once or twice though, so.
Yeah.
Oh, tries to there. It doesn't work.
Yeah, it's really hard to challenge that jumping medium punch from Jury. Clearly.
Burn him out. No, he's gonna get hit instead. And then there's the burnout there.
There's the burnout. Jammerz just as you ordered, sir.
Oh, he actually went
There's
for
the
it.
delayed dive kick, yeah.
Didn't even need it. But still though. Oh, he gets his
Oh my
right timing
goodness,
again.
it's so, you just want to chuck
Oh,
booms
this
and now
time.
he's ready. He's
Okay,
like,
nice.
not the third time, not the third time.
I think the both of the first times this was like, I should have known. I should have known. Not again. It's not gonna happen again. I'm ready with a flash kick.
Dude, Chico was pushing the boundaries there.
Oh,
Wow, and he pressed stand fierce from there? Okay.
Let's go, another Feng Shui engine moment here. The funny thing is, we don't know when the ambiguous thing will
mate.
come because we can't recognize it.
Oh mate, that was dirty. He went for the jump in as soon as his safe jump, and you can actually delay tech, in those scenarios. But he backdashed in anticipation of that and closed out the round. He got perfect on top of that. Okay, nice,
Perfect.
good
It's
block.
though refusing to lose by too much. Nice.
Ooh, I like the punish counter, crouch medium
confirmed.
kick. Yeah.
Getting some space again.
That's
with
one of those
perfect parry
confirms
to
where
jump
you're
so
like,
good.
yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
gonna do
I'm
it
that
again?
guy again.
No, it didn't.
he's not.
What?
Wait,
He
what?
dropped?
No, he's not the
That
guy.
was weird. That looked very strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looked bizarre.
What happened there?
That looked so bizarre.
I
Oh,
think
it's the
he was
punish.
too close for that to work.
Oh,
The
no.
thing is, when you hit on the earlier frames of crouching medium kick, I don't think it links actually.
Okay, that I didn't know. but
This is GG's. I think it's gonna take a miracle to get out of this
Just do
one.
the
And
double
comes to
overhead,
drive
just
impact
do
soon.
the double
No, it has
overhead.
level 1. Has level 1.
I can't believe he was going for the I'm that guy moment. And
Oh,
then
he got a chip.
Suddenly he's not that guy.
all right.
Not that guy. Oh my god, that is a heartbreaker. All of that because you're super whiffed or like didn't link. That's crazy.
Hey, listen, man. Like sometimes it just happens. I really feel sometimes this game just tells you no. Sometimes.
I know, and like this game definitely has moments where I'm like, okay, this is clearly a signal for me to stop for today.
Yeah. All right, no throw there. You could have got a throw because Linz sometimes looks extremely comfortable taking a grab on defense if need be.
I like that, spacing the bazooka knee from dry rush. So Chico could not challenge there. That was nice.
Then still not deterred. I like seeing more weights with the fireballs, but not managing to stay.
Yeah, you can clearly
charge.
notice he's been more hesitant about the booms in general, like because of the jump-in, the threat of the jump-ins.
I think maybe. Well, the one thing we haven't seen much is him just like boom, sit there, wait for a flash kick. He wants to stay active, wants to be able to move.
Yeah, the thing
I
is,
wonder
when
if
you're
there's something that Chico has exploited earlier that's made him stop doing it, or if it's just not
good.
part of his style.
Take the risk. Sometimes I
that's a
feel
great point
it's similar to King of Fighters when they can set up a safe jump. Sometimes you just got to do the uppercut because the guy's not going to go for the safe jump. So I do like that flash kick he did there.
That was the break boom, the baby boom. You can do with 2 punches and a back motion. I really like that in level 2 because you can keep moving as a Guile player.
I thought you were saying that into what we were talking about before with the scissor kicks changing his motion. That's why I was laughing. Nice.
I was just vibing with you guys.
You're always vibing with
We
us.
just had such a great time. I mean,
It's
we
a great
did.
set.
Yeah, well, that's nice. I like when people have their own way of anti-airing, like D-wood jumps when it's not just too obvious, like timings for crouching, medium punch on landing, stuff like that's always cool. Oh, the gutsy walk up.
Went for a drive rush this time around instead of a regular dash. Gets a flash
Nice
kick
flash
again.
kick. He's being a little bit more like he's waiting with the downs charge. A lot more now.
There you go.
Oh, nice challenge.
Yeah, just
is
chip
big.
him out, baby. Chip him out.
Misses the flash kick charge. That had to be a flash kick charge. Oh, yo.
Dude,
But
those
makes
missing
it
that
stays
charge
alive.
can be so crucial. I mean, it's down to such little details, and that can actually shift the momentum so heavily.
Well, these guys have been
Nice
good bait. These guys have been actually keeping it fairly close despite one of them picking up the momentum at certain times. And is he going to burn him out? No. Double.
Hello.
Someone was going to do it eventually. There's the air throw.
Hello.
Doing the classical jury.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
Oh, you mean going ham?
Yeah, the jump heavy kicks.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting part, tries to get the DP. Definitely could see him pumping it. Not good enough, though.
That plus frame
Burnout
on that bazooka
avoided.
knee because of the burnout. Nice, just throwing out that Sobat kick right now. Just looking for that one hit. That was a big whiff punish opportunity for Linz.
Dude, he's really trying to get into tech, and he's not.
Yeah, he was going for that.
Come on, man. Tech.
That mile walk shimmy.
Oh, and the jumping jab. There it is, finally coming out to play.
Dude, I know like these two like play a fair bit, but I still got to give them their flowers for when they're in certain situations. They're not teching, they're not doing delayed jab.
Yeah.
They get frustrated here and there. That's the game, but they're defensive.
You know what,
choices
Jammerz? I
sometimes
think they're playing the final form of Street Fighter 6.
that's kind of early to say if we're in year 2 of a game that's potentially going to be around for 6 years.
4D chess.
I'll take that one, sir.
Okay. We'll go with
Now,
4D chess.
Oh, nice
okay.
interruption with the stamina kick. The OS buffer gets the punish on the throw. That's big damage.
No level
gets to set
3
up
though.
space.
Yeah, he didn't do level 3.
Yeah, probably doesn't want to lose this round with a level 3 being spent,
we get
especially
one more
since
big
Chico has
later?
his.
He'll have to convert to level
Big
3
whiff.
now if he gets a hit, surely. He's going to have to
Oh,
do it
here it
now.
is, Jammerz,
There
just as
it- yeah.
you ordered, sir. Did you order one confirming the level 3? Here you go, sir.
I don't think he's burnt out though.
Comes with the supplement fries.
Could have continued the drive.
Oh, and he can't.
Combo.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I was
Yeah.
just gonna make the point because Chico did before drive rush into level 3 at one point, but because he had half a stock left and below, he couldn't do a raw drive rush to try and do that again. So he was kind of in a perilous situation anyway. But what were you gonna ask, Veggey?
Yeah, I was thinking, could he have gotten enough damage for that level 3 to kill with the drive gauge spent? That was a very tricky area to
Well,
be in. I
this
feel.
goes back to what you were telling me months ago, where it's like you need to stop being afraid of the meter dump. I think some people just want the one confirm, keep the drive gauge around just in case. Some people just intrinsically do that.
Yeah.
So I think you were right.
Maybe, yeah. Not completely sure, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Accidental genius.
Good block on the overhead. Still no. Actually, no, that one's safe. My bad.
yeah.
It's not the target combo. Yeah, I'll keep it.
We're thinking about old Guile.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the old one.
Oh, the empty
Oh,
punish
this is it.
gets the
This is
combo.
it.
Not dead though.
No, not dead yet.
Quite. Remember, I think that started from a jab, no?
And you know, it's kind of dangerous because he is burnt out.
Oh my goodness, he has to hold all of this right now. Nice block on the overhead. Oh, and the flash kick.
Finally,
Don't
but-
jump at me.
Finally, Linz, after
jump at
situation,
me.
just sits there instead of moving around to feel more comfortable. Just wait for the inevitable.
big
Gets the punish.
Damage.
What a
incoming,
shift in
sir.
momentum.
Yeah, dude,
It's like 30%.
This is crazy, man.
I love how even this is. This is just beautiful. Like,
And there it is again. He's sitting more, getting those flash kick charge.
Yeah, it is. He is. Canceling to level 2.
And this is big old matches on the TP. But that's okay actually for
Wake
Linz,
up,
because he's in
boom.
a similar
Wow,
situation
sir.
right after.
You're feeling feisty, sir. Wake up, boom. I love that.
I feel like Linz just geared up again. He just turned it up.
Yeah, he's hunkering down.
Oh, and that beautiful spacing on that.
So bad.
From 7-5 to 8-7, just like that. And he's just looking unstoppable right now. Let's see if Chico has any adaptations to bring to match
I feel like
Linz's.
Linz is playing. Look, like his gameplay looks so comfortable.
Well, look, here's what I say all the time with these sets, right? Because again, if these guys play in tournament or casuals, different environment. This is an endurance set, so I get to learn more about the tactics of the game through these endurance sets. Flash kick again.
Wow, so ready now.
And this game is so mental heavy as well. Like it's very taxing to play along the set in this
Well,
game.
do you know what? You can override that mental taxation with fun. If you're having fun, you'll just hit rematch and you will just continue playing.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say caffeine, but I'll take that as well.
Well, I don't do Red Bull or coffee, so I don't know.
And you play this game, Dad.
I
What
do.
about fun and Red Bull?
Well, you're
That's
asking
even better,
for
that's even better.
an overdrive disco, but
Oh, yeah, here comes Chico,
parry.
though.
Nice
Not
parry.
finished
Nice
yet.
parry. You actually built some meter back. That was crucial for Linz.
This is so dangerous, though, so difficult. Even if he DPs, gets the lucky
was
back
so
throw.
good.
And misses and gets an unlucky forward throw right after.
can we just acknowledge the button choice that Chico did with the throw whiff? He went straight for a medium. So was he gonna go for that delayed medium anyway, or maybe it might be a reaction to the whiff recovery? I don't know. So
We'll never know, Jammerz. We'll never know.
Sounded so mysterious.
Yes, it is this mystery of the ages. Chico's definitely managed to slow Linz down a bit again and got some momentum back. The full screen, my long walk for the shimmy.
he's got 2 stocks now as well. This is huge.
Yeah.
The upside down kick. Ooh.
Who tried to? I think he's doing like an auto-timed whip punish on the overhead, so he's doing it even if there's only a crouching medium kick.
Oh, that drive rush cancel I don't necessarily agree with, but he's passively got that gauge back, so I think he's fine now. There's a back throw.
Oh, back throw. This is huge, though. Oh, never mind. Just jumps over.
Wake up something. Oh, nice.
Do you
One
know
throw.
the
Oh, it's so hard right now. You want to throw out that reversal, but you also need to be looking out for these throws.
was
Once
baiting.
again, back throw. Will he jump over the corner?
Oh, he got him.
Caught him
He got
reaching
him.
for that throw. It's been so tense.
Those
Linz
ticks,
looked unstoppable
those ticks
for a
were
while,
the
though.
bane of Linz.
I will tell you something that's very funny about this game is when you've got someone in the corner, you're both fighting for their position. It's funny. You watch one guy jump out, then the other guy gets a back throw, then you scramble to get out.
Yeah,
and
it's
somehow
like
you
the
scramble to
dance
get
of-
out, and it's like,
the
what are we
dance of
doing?
death.
What are we actually doing right now? Nice conversion
Yeah,
there.
That's what I ask myself every time I'm in one of those moments. Like, what am I actually playing right now?
All right, there we go. Can
Oh,
get a full
this is so
conversion. here.
huge. Chico is so back right now. Linz, though, no stranger to
Is
this.
it over for Linz? Is it Jover?
It's not over. Linz, I believe in you. You will come back.
Chico is Barack. So Barack.
Nice. So getting those stalls
Closing
before
in.
the Sonic
There
Boom.
you go, one more. Bro.
Yeah, he was getting the stalls
Also
before
like
the Sonic Boom comes in, but then you're actually exposing yourself to the drive rush situation. So.
You heard a lot of people say that. You heard a lot of people during the first months of the game say that like Guile's command normals are susceptible to DI, but I think Linz has done a great job in like switching them up, so Chico hasn't really had a clear-cut chance to DI them.
Do you want to know what's funny? Upside down kick loses to DI, but nobody does it. Like legit,
it
no
is
one
true.
does it.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed.
So back kick, I'm not too sure. I think it might be easy to do this version. I can't quite remember, but it is.
Yeah, it's more of a
hilarious.
read, but upside down kick for sure.
Oh, this is big. Nice survival of potential chip damage for Chico. Getting close, -2,
Survival
but not in
instinct
any
kicking in. Now
dangerous
we're
place.
back against the wall.
Perfect parry anti-air.
All right, he's gonna go for it.
This is really good for Chico.
Get ready.
Right, what's the choice here? Linz is. It's not a good idea for Linz to flash kick. But he's gonna have to. Yeah, I think he's just gonna have to firm it. He's gonna back away at the moment.
Walking back, yeah, just slowly, but it's it's.
Oh, he
Oh,
tried.
nice.
I
That was
respect
big.
the
That was big.
attempt.
Those 2 bars are huge. They might be what he needed.
I
Only
respect the
one
attempt.
bar here, can't go for and the crouching medium kick. I feel like those crouching medium kick drive rush cancels have really, especially during the last few rounds, they have really secured the wins for Chico.
Yeah, but look at how he got the win there. That's not the first time that Linz has tried to put out Sonic Blade right in front of Chico, and he's actually caught
Yeah, and
the
that
hurt
is,
box.
yeah,
And
it
that's
does
got a
have
huge-
extended
Yeah.
hurt box on the feet.
It's got a huge front hurt box, so he's actually just
Yeah.
identifying it. And even if it didn't work out, the drive rush cancel is making the situation safe anyway. So there's actually
For
layers
sure.
of safety there.
For sure.
It's all falling apart right now. Linz, I've seen him sit with a charge and still block the jump in. There's something I feel a little bit uncomfortable about anti-airing Chico in general. I think Chico is really good at jumping at him in this matchup.
Oh my
Oi.
goodness,
Okay.
bringing out the dirt.
Listen, I know you got some cash to spend, but like that was flashy. I like that, and the jump back medium too.
Chico. Chico on set point.
That's crazy, dude.
I can soon tell you what my answer will be to these matchup questions, by the way.
Wow, can't wait for your answer.
Yeah, right now it's looking like a big nope.
Yeah, but
Nice,
where
nice,
are
nice.
all the jury players now? Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
hiding in chat.
probably they're probably
Their PR team remains
They're
silent
like,
and gives no
oh my
interviews.
days, we actually have to start downplaying again.
They didn't
Oh,
answer
what
any
is-
reporters asking for an interview.
Here comes Chico though, this is huge, this jury is amazing, up against an amazing Guile. Nice block, probably had an OS with something with that medium kick, should the first hit connect to a reversal button or something like that. Nice blocking from Linz.
well. Linz needs to be a little bit more aggressive. He wants to take this to a 9 apiece. Chico hasn't got a
the
level
thing
3
is, it's really
yet.
hard right now to just kind of switch up the tempo completely.
Well, I mean, this is like one of your last few options to do so.
Yeah.
So I didn't say about the difficult. I'm
Oh,
saying you
yeah,
have to do it.
Yeah, Chico is just bullying him in the corner right now.
With-
Even though the drive meter situation is favorable for Linz right now, I feel like Chico has the control.
What drive rush cancel do?
Ah,
Can you bet him
there
out?
is the cancel.
Yes, but
Oh, that's good. That's
Okay,
so good
hold
for
on.
Linz. Has to
Hold
be
on.
careful. Level 3.
The jumpings
buffering.
are so brave and so bold from Chico right now.
Oh, I like that. Even with all that buffer. Or afraid, doesn't want to lose the round. To
I
his
like
last.
the spacing on the bazooka knee once again, just jumping over the booms right now. The time is running out. Linz is
Hey,
he
he's
going to try to
barely
play the
leading.
clock?
Gets
Is he
the
going
hit.
to try to play the clock?
He's
Let's
gonna try
block
overhead
on
him
the
again.
overhead.
What a
He
block.
might try
But
overhead
no,
him again.
he has to make a
Oh my
decision.
god,
He
oh
makes
no,
it.
now he's definitely running. He's just
Still
running. He's
alive.
just chilling. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling, bro.
Sorry.
I'm chilling.
No, that was good. Honestly, he had to force his hand in a couple of scenarios there. Like you said, the clock was running down. He had to show up some different options here and there. So again, he's going to have
Nice
to either
take.
fight from the corner here, or he's going to have to be a little bit more aggressive from the corner.
He's like, oh, the corner and the palm tree, my favorite.
Well, there we go. He's holding it down here. So after block that standing heavy kick, takes a fair bit of dry gauge away, but again,
Big
perfect
whip,
parry.
gets the perfect parry. This is huge.
Gets the
for
perfect
corner.
parry as well.
Can actually do a lot with the level 2 now, should he choose to. Gets the
Once
perfect
again, the
parry.
perfect parries are landing for Linz right now.
I wonder if we'll see an empty jump at some point. Brave was punished, decides not to spend it. I understand.
Parry! He was trying to parry again.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. I know they've helped a little bit, but your opponent sometimes clocks
Yeah,
on to
can't
what
be
you're
too-
doing.
You can't be too greedy with the parries right now. Oh, it's so scary. The boost didn't cancel into level 2.
No, he
He's
didn't
just
have
fishing
the...
for the level 2 cancel, I believe.
Gets the burnout. We'll get the burnout. Level 3.
Oh,
This
he's
is
gotta go.
huge. I will
Smart.
be a little bit wary though. Chico could be ready with that level 3.
Oh
What's
my
it gonna be?
God, I
Set up
smell a
shot or
jumping
finish?
from Chico. I smell a jumping from Chico.
Nice fadeaway.
Be very afraid.
He's,
That level
no, he's
3.
pumping. He was pumping. He wasn't
Nice, he's
100%
clipping the legs
pumping.
right now. The delayed dive kick, but Linz didn't bite. Linz didn't bite. I like that. He held his own.
So what do you think? Do you think if you watch the replay, you will see Chico mashing that level 3 in case Linz misses that punish? I can almost guarantee
Well,
it.
there was
Probably.
literally...
Get ready.
There was one scenario where he was like pumping for the level 3, but it might not have come out in time. The other scenario, I couldn't tell you. Or the subsequent one, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm turning.
Well, final game. 19,
love it.
our best
Final
of
game.
19.
How
We're living up to
poetic.
it. Our best of 19. We're living up to it.
Yeah, and did
Shout
you-
outs to the Street Fighter scene in Egypt. Like, these guys are amazing.
They absolutely are. We had them on in 5, they were amazing then. We have them on in 6, they're amazing here. And Linz has turned it all around. It was all Chico.
Oh, I like the spacing
What a
right
neutral
now.
jump.
Super good spacing for Linz in the burnout situation. Look at this. He's going to throw out the bazooka knees from that range and just clipping those jumpings right now. It's looking really good for him.
Throw again. He didn't throw him one more time. Yeah, he didn't want to throw him because I think Chico was just waiting for his dry gauge to come back, and this is exactly why. Can he get level 2?
That's huge.
No, he didn't
He's gonna
activate.
go for the level 2.
Nice patience, nice patience. Getting to set up the booms. Got to be careful about the jumping. Gets the activation instead. Can force it.
It's either he tried to do a reverse or he tried to run away from that scenario there. All right, here we go. Now match point for Linz. Hey, bro, what is going on
love
here?
it. The reversal, the perfect parry anti-airs have really worked out for Linz right now. The upside down kick. It's like clockwork, baby.
What a walk
nice
forward again.
confirm from the counter hit.
He walked under that jump in again. Another
Predictable. Kyle said predictable.
Oh no, how's Chico gonna get this one? Try to get him
Nice
to...
hit. Needs to go to level 3, yeah, because needs to build that drive bar middle back.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, he needs a lot. I
Linz has
don't even think
another
a
level
drive
2
rush
here.
cancel is safe here.
Has another level 2. Let's go. Come on.
Nice blocking from Chico,
he's
but
gonna
then
get a
gets
combo from
opened
this.
up.
Flash kick.
Alright, hold on.
This is so clutch.
The tech.
He might have to jump again. I think he might have to try and jump again.
I think he might actually land it this time.
He's gonna walk forward and just get close. Oh, there's the shimmy! That was big. There we go. This is huge. Gets one more
One
throw.
throw.
This is the guess.
Another
This is the guess. No! Oh man, he knew it. He didn't think that Linz would do the flash kick to take him to the final round, but he done it. He said, sod your offensive pressure. I don't have to deal with this. You deal with my flash kick. Send you full screen, get the round. GG's. Fantastic stuff. That was brilliant there. Let me see the GG's in the chats. Hopefully, some people won some channel points and other people lost them. But there you have it. Our
Let me
American
see the
soldier takes
shooties in
it.
the chat. Shooty.
There you go. God takes it. He's top 3. He's top 3. Maybe he is. Maybe
He
he
did
isn't.
say it. He did say it.
He's all right. He's all right.
But hey, that's another set we've had on the show that's taken it down to I think we're not on a win streak with 10-9 sets, but we're having some very close first to 10s recently. That's very good to see.
And we had like a 10-7, 10-8.
10-8, I think it was like 10-8. Yeah, so
So
listen,
very
it's
close.
been pretty darn good recently. That's thanks to all the players and you guys out there. What we're going to do is going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to get our players in the chat for a post-match interview and have a discussion with them in regards to what happened and some closing SF6 questions. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Shooty.
Veggey 12.
Do I resemble this man you call Bison? I shall take that name for myself. Interesting. I shall crush your spirit. This is it.
Veggey 12.
The matchup is 5-5, honestly.
All right, everyone, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets featuring Chico and Linz. If you are just joining us, unfortunately, I am the good bearer of bad news. I'm just going to tell you that it's over. That's what we are saying here. But yeah, you want to catch the archives, you can rewind the Twitch stream that we're on right now, or subscribe to Cat Confires on YouTube. You can check out this intense set there. You can see the score on my left, or my left, your right. It is there, 10-9. That's what it went down to. A best of 19. As we need to start saying it right. It was a best of 19, went the whole way, and Linz was the victor. So
The best of 19 show.
let me find out. Linz, Chico, can you guys hear me loud and clear once again?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right, we'll start with Linz. Congratulations on that. Looking a bit scary at first, but you managed to pull through. So I've got to ask you, with your perspective first, how do you approach the jury matchup? I mean, you have Chico to play on a regular basis. What's your general approach for this matchup?
My general approach is throwing boom safely as much as possible. That's like general play style of Guile, but specifically for Jury, I try to stay in the range of the forward heavy kick, the upside down, to punish his fireball. Like as you can see, Chico knows the matchup. He doesn't throw fireballs in neutral like a lot, either at all, because he know I can punish it on reaction with upside down, punish counter, and I get a level 1 combo. So I have to stay in the range of the upside down the whole set and throwing boom safely. Like he can't jump it on reaction. You can't jump boom on reaction for a punish, but you can jump it safely to land safely. So I try to stay proactive with my spacing to be in range to punish his neutral approach and to deny him jumping safely as like closing the distance.
So it counters, it goes over the fireball, makes jumping a bit weirder, and then it's just an annoying tool to deal with. Is that a good understanding of it?
Yes.
Okay, no, that's actually a perspective that probably most who watch these characters play don't often understand. So that's actually a really good insight towards that matchup. But then, Chico had some very good jumps in that set.
Yeah.
Because this is
crazy.
weird, right? Because you said how upside down kick can actually be problematic for Jury, but you're playing at a range where you said to throw booms safely, but you're throwing booms at a pretty dangerously close range, because when Chico was landing those jumps, it didn't look good for a little while. So, I mean, how do you adjust to that then?
I mean, he's landing the jumps because he's missing my timing with the boom because of perfect parry. So I think this boom is safe in my head because it's just like a frame trap. But perfect parry ruins the timing and he gets a jumping. So I start to adapt to this playstyle. Like I throw less booms, he closes the distance with a move forward approach. So he knows me so well.
Yeah.
He knows me. I'm gonna challenge him more to to stop him jumping, and he keeps jumping. Like he knows what I want to do, and he just knows me too well, and I know him too well. Like I adapted him at the end because I know he would crack in some specific scenarios, and like there's no one on the top of the other. Like both of us, I think, are in the same level, and yeah, we can agree to that.
I think the scoreline reflects that incredibly well, taking it to the distance there. Yes, Veggey, you seem dying to say something.
Yes, you know me, bro. Let's go. So, because I was saying before the set started that I think when you have a mechanic like perfect parry, no character can auto lose to a sonic boom. Like a fireball does not win a match when you have a mechanic like perfect parry. Would you agree to that, Linz?
I agree, 100%.
Yeah, and you could see. I think it was perfectly showcased by Chico in this set that the perfect parry mechanic is what makes like matchups that historically would have been like very hard to play actually playable. Would you agree with that, Chico?
Yeah.
That was a very hesitant yes. I mean, if you can counter that, then talk to me. Go for it, Chico.
Well, here's the truth about this matchup. This matchup really depends on how well you perfect parry on that day. Like if you're having a bad perfect parry, I think this matchup is horrible. I think it's 6-4.
Okay.
But if you have a good perfect parry day and you can stop Sonic Boom Drive Rush or perfect parry the boom and jump over, yeah, it's definitely much better.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, could you make that argument for the majority of characters going up against Gal though? If you have a bad perfect parry day, it's not going to be good for you. If you have a good one, it might change a couple of things. Is it safe to make that argument?
Obviously, there's characters that do well against Guile without perfect parry, like JP.
True.
Dulcim doesn't really have the perfect parry.
Yeah.
Cammy has a few ways around Sonic Boom. But then you got characters like Manon and all these characters, or mostly grapplers.
That need it.
Yeah. If they can't really perfect parry, grappler's defense is not that good. So they can't reversal against Fireball Drive Rush, which can be really bad.
Yeah, no, I was actually talking with Damascus about this a little while ago. He said like the importance of having a reversal in this game, just being able to stop Drive Rush in general. It's not even just about your wake-up choices, it's about stopping Drive Rush, whether it's from a Drive Rush cancel or a raw Drive Rush in neutral, especially if they come at you with Fireball behind that. So yeah, having the grapplers, especially having their perfect parries on point, is super huge. It's game-changing, especially when we watch Zangief going up against Guile. Shoutouts to Veggey when he beat Higuchi at the LCQ. That was really fun. But right, let me go to Chico. Chico,
thanks for that shout-out.
Chico, your perspective on this matchup. I know you've delved into it a little bit, but is there anything else that the viewers at home might be missing that you need to have the knowledge of before you jump into this matchup? Because obviously we've seen a first to 10 here, but is the mindset different from maybe a first to 3 approach, if that makes sense?
Well, as you can see, I lost, so this matchup is horrible.
Brother, how you're talking like a real jury.
Oh dear. All right, so it's horrible. Why is it horrible?
Well, because Guile can keep Jury out really well with not just Sonic Booms, but his normals also deal with Jury very well. But there is there's a few scenarios where Jury does really well against Guile. The one I noticed the most is how her stomp, her jump heavy punch.
Yeah.
Guile can't really deal with that really well.
Okay.
Another thing is her heavy normals, specifically standing heavy punch. Yeah, I don't know what Jury would have done in that matchup without it.
Ah, okay. So then, can I ask you something? Because you were actually abusing the jump heavy punch really well, and we can actually see it in the replay here. But then Linz started to adapt, and he started to walk under your jump ins a little bit at the time, and that changed things up. Is that a huge problem, or would you still want to use jump heavy punch?
I definitely want to use it, but because Linz didn't really punish heavily. His combo started with the light, which adds a lot of scaling, but it's still not the best. If someone's not ready for it, it's insanely strong because it's basically a free way to get in and be plus.
Yes, no, that is very true. Now let's go back to Linz. Linz, you were using the Super Art 2 a fair bit in situations I don't normally see Guile players use it. They usually activate when the opponent's got 2 drive stocks left and they give them a decision: burn yourself out or I'll do it for you. You were doing it when Chico was kind of healthy on drive gauge. Was there any particular reason for that outside of combos, or do you just like getting the position and the combo extension?
Yes, when I see the player like having 2 drive gauge remaining, I go for back heavy kick activation, as you saw, because it's a guess situation for his drive life. Like, if he guesses wrong, he is burned out. If I guess right, he is
near burnout.
Yeah, he can't have like a raw solution into it without guessing right. Like, if I do drive rush out of it, you can't check that, and if you don't have a reversal, so it's a situation where I force him to use his reversal to be burned out, or I force my way in to ball him a grab, trying to perfect parry, etc. It's just like an oppressive approach with activation. I give myself free opening as much as I can.
Okay, but there were times, because what you just explained I normally see a few Guile players do. There were times you activated it when he had like 4 or 5 drive stocks, and but were you only doing that for combo extensions, or were you just like, okay, I need to get the positional advantage here, or even still set up that situation to make him get rid of 2 drive gauges?
I sometimes activate it to sustain my drive meter. Like, the booms at the screen takes a lot of time, and he has to deal with it for like 5 to 6 seconds, and I build up my drive meter to avoid burnout, or I push him on the screen. Like, he has to be pushed backwards with the booms, so I can push him to the corner as much as I can when I have like the advantage to do so.
Okay, no, that's actually a good insight.
Follow-up question to that usage of level 2. Do you use it as much in other matchups, or is this more heavily used on jury matchup?
I think I use it in every matchup because the drive guess is real on almost every character, but I tend to use it against the character who doesn't have reversal for free. Like, the characters who doesn't have reversal, they're in a much worse scenario as other characters, because you just have to take the guess without any raw solution.
Okay,
that's really interesting, actually. That
yeah,
really opened my eyes on that level 2.
Legit, that's
Would you say that it's an above average level 2 in terms of utilities? Because
actually,
of all
do you
the
know what?
situations you can put it in?
Hold on. Let's rephrase that question. Do you think Guile's level 2 is the weakest level 2 in the game? Let's rephrase it like that.
I don't think so, because it's really good when you want to burn your opponent, but I do think it's the weakest when it terms for like a mix-up situation, like overhead low, like Rashid and Blanca and Yuri, GB, all of them does that way much better. But Guile attacks your drive meter very heavily, so it's a different usage than average level 2 unstall, but I don't think it's weak at all.
So then, if we're talking about it from a drive gauge damage perspective, Rashid's is pretty good. JP's can set up a situation where he can take maybe one, well, he used to, until they just adjusted it a fair bit, because he used to take 4 bars, not 2. Blanca can still attack your drive gauge pretty well. Like you said, Jury has a good situation. So, I mean, even then, would you still rate it highly in terms of drive gauge damage compared to the other level 2s? Or no?
In the drive gauge damage, I would compare it to them as like a competitor in terms of level 2 unstall, but in terms of mix-up, it's much weaker.
Okay, no, that is a very fair assessment there. I do respect that. Now, let's go back to Chico. There was something Veggey pointed out that you did really well. I don't see people do this at all. So, the fireball trap with the drive rush that Guile does, fireball, Sonic Boom and Drive Rush behind it, people normally neutral jump and they get caught by the crouch fierce. You were coming down with jumping medium punch, and I think twice you beat him. Is that something that you've had to drill into your gameplay, or is that a legitimate counter?
Depends on where the guile is, because that button is slightly disjointed on the way down, and sometimes it can beat the crouch heavy punch.
Okay.
Because it's so slow, so it hits it on the starter frames.
So, would it be safe to assume, because obviously Jury's got jump medium punch, maybe a Luke jump heavy punch, a Ken jump heavy punch, maybe an Akuma one? Would you say that if your jumping is good and you can identify that guy's going to set up that fireball trap with the drive rush, would it be okay to come down with that button, or is it not worth the risk half the time?
Well, the reward is usually really good, and if you get hit with it anyway, you might as well, right?
No, you're right. Okay. If you look at it like that, I can't really argue with that point there. But no, that's a very good point. It's just something that we noticed. And I was like, I don't, because we normally just see people jump and then they just get hit by the fireball trap. Like, hey, brilliant, he caught the jump, but you come down with the button. It's like, oh, okay. So people actually have tried to counter this situation. Is that easy to replicate in training mode, or have you just learnt by feel in matches?
I think we just played way too much, and I just adapt.
No, okay. I 100% respect that there as well. Veggey, is there something you want to ask?
Yeah, to Linz, because I noticed that even when Chico was likely to do like after a boom or two booms, he would do like a jump in attack, obviously, because you need to stay close, right? But we rarely saw you like do the boom and then just sit there. And even sometimes when you were just sitting there, you would stand up to block the jump in. Is there something about using flash kick that you're just not comfortable with, or do you think it's that you lose too much by sacrificing walking back to charge the flash kick?
I think I sacrificed getting hit by low forward drive rush, which is an aggressive way to get in. So I have to be always careful to be out of the range of low forward. But sometimes I see him jumping on me. I decide not to anti-air because it's very risky. Like if I perfect parry, he will throw me and I lose my gauge. I'm burned out, or I don't have the charge. Even when I have the charge, sometimes I don't go for it because it's sometimes it trades, as you saw. The flash kick trades with the jump in, and it really matters to my health bar. So I just decide to take it and guess right, and yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of layered guessing in this game, and sometimes it does fall down to did you just guess right or guess wrong, I should say.
Yeah, I think this game is very volatile when it comes to that.
Oh no, this is probably one of, if not the most punishing fighting game out there right now. This is just my personal opinion. I watch a fair bit of fighting games.
I agree with that.
I can just see some things happen in this game, and it's like, damn, that wasn't even his fault, and he still lost the rounds.
Absolutely.
Listen, I'm pretty sure the both of you know. For people that don't know, you can do everything correct. You can have the right strategy. You can have the right reactions. You can have you can just play well, and you can still lose in this game. I hate to put it like that, but you can still lose for doing the right things. That's just how this game works. And as Lynn said, this game is very volatile. Go back to Chico. There's another thing I spotted as well. You seem very comfortable at challenging Guile Sonic Blade. You're catching the hurt box a fair bit. We saw you catch it with the crouch beating kick. I think at one occasion you caught it with crouching light kick as well. Is that something you practice a fair bit, or can you just tell by eye? It's like, okay, I can throw out the button and catch the hurt box.
No, this is something I've definitely labbed over time.
Okay.
Like the crouching light kick, if he does a string into the Sonic Blade, many characters can actually catch it with the crouching light kick. If he's a bit further, a sweep or a crouching medium kick will catch it. Obviously, Jury's crouching medium kick is amazing.
Yes.
And yeah, it's I try to punish it as much as possible.
Okay, no, that's interesting. Right, now let me ask you this, Chico. By playing this matchup a fair bit, you have a deeper insight than most, I would say, at least from what I've seen this first to 10, because you guys have shown us a fair bit of things that we probably don't normally see. Is there something when you play this matchup, like, damn, if Jury had this, she would beat Guile, like it would be a hard 6-4 matchup? Is there any tool you think that if Jury had, she'd beat Guile completely, or no?
Well, this is not a hard question to answer. If Jury had one anti-fireball tool, I think this matchup would be horrible for Guile.
But what would you give the projectile invincibility to? What move would you give it to?
Well, the thing I would want most isn't really something projectile invincible. I would want her dive kick to be much faster, like in Street Fighter 4. It was really fast in Street Fighter 4, so you can punish it. So you can punish fireballs on reaction.
So similar to what this might have happened to you. This is probably why you don't like Cammy so often. Have you thrown a fireball against Cammy? She's just dive kicked over it on reaction. Has that happened to you? Right. Do you want Jury to do that?
Well, the thing about Jury's dive kick is it's not as rewarding as Cammy. Cammy's dive kick is like a free jumping if it's punish counter.
True. Okay. Making the dive kick faster. Veggey, what do you think about that?
I mean, you know what? Actually, I would like it because sometimes when I try to lariat Jury, and for some reason they thought it was a good idea to dive kick, and it just beats the lariats because it comes so late. So you know what? Speed it up. Actually, I don't mind. Speed it up.
So Zangief PR team agrees.
So, yes, do it because then I don't have to care about that anymore. Let's go.
Olvaha, what about you? Do you think they should speed up Jury's dive kick?
Well, I can't answer for anyone else's behalf, but I think it might change quite a few things, and I'm not sure if it's like all the positive things necessarily, but it would be interesting. Maybe a year later, we'll see.
Do it.
I mean, we'll
I actually have a question for Linz.
Go for it.
Sure.
Guile's anti-air game. I wanted to ask you, like, we clearly noticed a few times where you were throwing a boom and Chico jumped over that. We noticed that you were going for a perfect parry frequently. Is there something else that you would normally go to as an anti-air option in case you feel like you're too close, for example, to do a flash kick? Is it like a jump back, air throw or something? Do you have like some kind of a flow chart for that?
I think it depends on the situation, because if I have a charge, there's like no layer, I just do the flash kick. But if I don't have the charge, I have to option select between standing medium kick, crouching heavy punch, and air to air. Like if I have the corner and I see someone like trying to jump out a lot, I just stand still, wait for him to see what he's doing. If he jumps out, I air throw him, keep him in the corner. If he is, tend to press early, like in the air. It counters the air throw, but it leaves him open on the landing, so you can punish him once he lands on the ground. So it's also like a layer between knowing the player knows how to counter air to air mix-ups or not. And yeah, like the medium range is still standing medium kick works great, and the crouching heavy punch works like not the best in this game compared to Street Fighter 5.
Pretty early.
Yeah, it trades a lot and sometimes just roll losing, so that's why I decide to just block sometimes or try to hard read with a perfect play.
Wait, so you listened to Mena RD's tweet? You blocked?
That's just block?
You can't do that. That's not what this game
I think
says.
that's the worst option in this game, clearly.
Blocking doesn't win you games, right?
Yeah.
Does no damage.
Oh, but that was really interesting to hear especially the corner approach. I really like how you shuffle between the air throw and sometimes when you do the jumping like a normal and they beat out the air throw, you still have an option to deal with it because you land at the same time. You can kind of challenge that situation. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Veggey, did you want to mention something?
Yeah, Linz, do you think it's a hot take to say that Guile's only weakness is his non-charged anti-air?
Yeah, I think
Anti-airs.
crouching heavy punch in this game is like the biggest weakness of Guile so far.
Interesting.
Because that's what I noticed when I play Geef too. I noticed that why not just jump? As long as you're not
Exactly,
charging flash
yeah.
kick, why not just jump?
I feel like
I
this
mean,
game.
he has a dive kick. You can't anti-airs.
Yeah, jumping
He's jumping.
medium kick.
What is this madness?
Yeah.
Same
There
same
was this guy.
guy
Should I
that
speed
said
it up
speed
like
up the dive
Juris?
kick so he can anti-air it. Yeah, okay.
Speed it up.
Please don't speed up anything with Zangief.
Well, all right.
Air lariat.
I mean, they should give him green hand at this point.
Yeah. Can't argue that.
Don't give him anything.
No,
Yes,
I think
give the top 1 character a green hand back.
Oh wow!
I mean, I like to see Veggey happy, so...
You
green
like
hand-
to see Veggey happy?
Habibi.
Wow, damn! What is this? How much you paying, Veggey?
Nothing. Just
sure?
showered with love.
Interesting. Wow. It's okay if you paid him.
That's
Just let
the
me
best
know.
kind of reward, to be honest.
Well, anyway. Right, gentlemen, we'll move away from the set here. It was a brilliant set, like you said. So I'll ask you both. Chico, we'll ask you first. The Egyptian scene, is it heavily active? Have you got a bunch of players playing this game? What's the
Yes.
Street
Yes,
Fighter scene
we
like
do.
in Egypt at the moment?
It's really active. I think we have around 40 to 50 players.
Wow.
And we run monthly offline tournaments.
Okay.
And we do our best to keep the community alive.
Perfect. I assume you guys have got a Discord as well?
Yeah, we have a Discord, we have a WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay. They got the whole nine
Which
yards.
city? Wow. Which city is the local hosted it?
Most of us are in Cairo, but Linz is in Alexandria.
How long does that...
cool.
Linz, do you go there? How long does it take you to get there if you do go?
Like 2 hours of traveling.
Okay.
Okay, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
Linz, what about you? Do you share the same sentiment? Like, are you in the groups? Are you talking with the guys? Are they watching you play as well when you're
Yes,
beating
they're
people up
watching
online?
right now.
Shout outs to the Egyptian community. Shout outs to all those guys there. Brilliant
Hello,
stuff.
everyone.
Is there? Let me ask you this, Linz. We'll go with you first. Outside of you two, is there a player from Egypt or even part of North Africa that you guys know about? Be like, I really wish the world knew more about them. Is there anyone that comes to mind for that, Linz?
Yes, I think there is like a player called Apple Pie. No, not a lot of players play him because he is not very active with the game. But when he does very well. He plays a lot of characters in a decent way, and he discovers just weird stuff no one knows about. Yani, and he just keeps telling us about stuff we don't know.
Interesting.
I think this guy is very underrated, and people should look for him more.
Well, I mean, if I asked this question because we had someone on, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, and they said something very similar to what you said. They said they're very good, they got very good insight, but they don't play the game. And I wish people knew more about it. I said that's a contradiction because you need to get him to play the game more.
I wish he plays the game too. Like,
That's a good point.
I want to say the same thing.
I don't know what it would be to... Maybe they just enjoy discovering new things, watching you guys play, and they're like, you know what, I am the king casual gamer. I know what that's like.
Yes,
but,
that's him.
his name's Apple Pie, is that right?
That's right.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, I remember Apple Pie from
That's a
Street Fighter
good name.
5.
That's a good name.
Yep.
Chico, do you have the same answer? Is there someone else you think
Yes,
more people should know about?
Obviously, I think Apple Pie is insane. He beats me up more than I beat him.
Damn.
Yeah.
So are you telling me if he jumped on Street Fighter 6 for the next week, he'd get 2,000 MR in a week?
Depending on which character he plays.
Okay,
Honestly.
fair. Good answer. Good answer. But yeah, is there anyone else, or you think you're just Apple Pie?
Yes. Well, there's many counter players in Egypt. The most notable one is called Ganaini. He's a Rashid player.
Okay.
But he also doesn't play the game much. But when he does, there's something about his defense that I just don't understand. He used to be a Mortal Kombat player, so his flawless defense and his perfect parries are just insane. He perfect parries everything.
Okay.
That's actually a
we
good
had
point.
so we had on not too long ago Wasim from Saudi Arabia, and he came from Mortal Kombat as well. But he didn't mention that to us because of the flawless blocking, the flawless defense.
Yeah.
Because there have been some MK players that have said Street Fighter 6 is very similar to MKX. The neutral, the defense, so on and so forth. So that's very interesting to hear. So no, it's very good because again, I know when I at least play online a little bit or watch some tournaments, I mainly see you guys' name and I see McMurder's tech video. So there's probably like you said, 40 to 50 people actively playing this game that we don't know the vast majority of them about. Like that's actually insane and really good to hear. So really want to see these guys. Did many of them enter online tournaments out of the two of you, Linz? Did many of them enter, or they just playing online, just having a good time?
They enter the weeklies, and I think they place top 8 a lot actually.
Okay. Chico, is there more people entering, or is it just like a handful of you?
It's just a handful of us. Like I think when there's a nice weekly, like a tournament that's been hyped up, we get like 6 or 7 of us in the bracket.
Nice.
And I think around 3 or 4 of us can make top 8. There's a lot of talent here in Egypt.
No, that's good. Trust me,
sure.
there's a lot of places in the world where there's like small pockets of really good talent that we just don't know about. And hey, this is what we try to do. We try to spotlight these guys and say, hey, this country's got good fighting game players as well. They watch everybody, and we need to give them a little bit more spotlight here. Right, have any of you two got any more questions you want to ask before I hit them with a slew of questions?
I am ready to move on.
Okay, Veggey,
Hit him with the, what did you say?
the slew of questions. It's an onslaught
Slew
question.
of questions. What does that mean?
Multiple
unblockables.
questions, Veggey.
Hit him with multiple questions, also known as slew of questions.
Okay. Anyway, right. Gentlemen, so I do this part of the closing segment with our guests. So I like to do Would You Rathers, or put you in weird scenarios to answer these questions regarding Street Fighter 6. So this one's fresh off the head, but I've heard you both say it. So I'm going to ask you. We'll start with Chico. Would you rather Akuma be the best in the game or Bison be the best in the game? And that's for a duration of a whole year. Going on what you know, would you rather Akuma be number 1 or Bison be number 1?
I would 100% want Akuma to be number 1.
Interesting. Why would you want Akuma
100%.
to be number 1?
Well, for one thing, I picked up this character specifically for Guile. I think he does. I think he does really well against Guile.
I wonder why he did that.
I just don't want to play a game where Bison's top 1. That would be so bad. That would be horrendous.
Wow, he thinks Bison runs
We're
the
living
joint.
in that reality right now.
It'll be a dystopian future if we make Bison number 1 in the game. Interesting. Linz, what about you? Would you rather Akuma be the best in the game for a year or Bison be the best?
I think, like, when it matters to, like, viewer aspect, Akuma is much more enjoyable to watch. Like, you can't deny the crowd goes all hype when the demon lands. Like, this thing is the best feeling ever for the player and the crowd. So, I like watching Akuma.
To be fair, no, you got a point, but Raging Demon's the weakest it's ever been.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
about to
strict
say that.
conditions to land Raging Demons. I kind of guess that it validates your point even more when it does land, I suppose.
Yeah, all the more hype.
So they want Akuma. So you want to get hit.
Kiss. Mwah.
You want to get hit for 60% in the corner, stand fierce, EX flame fist, all that jazz in the corner. Level 3 to your face, lose the drive gauge. All right. Well, I mean Fireball
Bison
did
does
get
more damage.
Well, no,
Yeah,
you're
he does.
right,
And
because
Easier.
well, I will say because when you actually look at how Bison goes into supers, it's normally just 2 hits and the super comes out. You're like, what on earth is going on? I will say one thing that Bison and Akuma have in common is they have an EX move that gives them a lot of mileage. Obviously, with Bison, well, he's got a few, but one of them's under certain conditions. Knee press gives him a lot of mileage, and with Akuma, it's Flame Fist. So, okay. So they'd rather have Akuma run the joint. Interesting. I'll let the people upstairs at Capcom know that we should not turn down Akuma anymore. We'll continue that one.
Good.
Just the demon flip crossover. You can tell them that they can tune down that.
No.
Yes.
It's fine.
Keep it. I need it to beat Guile.
Oh my god. This guy.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
because
believe that.
it does mess up the flash kick anti-air. It really does.
It does.
It just goes over anti-airs and you're just left there in recovery.
Well,
And
crying.
he can't even anti-air the flash kick properly because he just
well,
goes
listen,
the other way.
We don't make the rules. Right. So, I'll go with Chico with this one. Chico, would you rather, if you went to 2 tournaments, right? Would you rather win Evo or would you rather win Capcom Cup? I like asking this question.
Ooh.
See, okay, he's thinking about it. I like it. Some people don't think about it. It sounds like you're thinking about it.
I think I'd go Evo, probably.
Is that mainly for the prestige or the amount of players you'd have to go through to win the title, or?
I think it's because it's a much bigger tournament, which means it's probably going to be harder to win. Even though Capcom Cup will have like the best of the best going in against each other, but at Evo, you could lose to anyone, especially in this game with the first to 2 format until top 8 or top 6. you could lose to literally anyone.
Okay, no, I like that. He's picked Evo. It's been a long time since I heard someone say that. Linz, what about you? Would you throw a Sonic Boom for Evo? Or would you throw a Sonic Boom for $1 million? What would you do?
I would definitely throw a Sonic Boom for $1 million. Like, Cup is the way for me because it's way more. How do I say it? It's very fun. Firstly, because the quality of the players you have to play are definitely higher than Evo for the very first matches. And when it goes to the placement, the balls, all the sort of stuff, I think every match counts as life or death. So I think Capcom Cup is kinda more watchable aspect of the game.
You mean from start to finish? Is that what you mean? Because the quality of play is just great from the jump. Is that what you mean?
I think Evo has very very large number of entrants. You can get lucky to reach top 64 for example. And and Capcom Cup, I think it's very hard, especially when you have as a region as Japan. There is a lot of monsters in there, and they're brawling for 2 spots. So the 2 spots there has to be really scary to go against. It's imagine having one of them in your bowl. It's just so scary to know these 2 beating all these legendary Japanese players to be there.
No, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. All right. My other question to you guys is, because we are running out of time. So, the DLC characters this year, we've got Bison out, we're going to have Terry, we're going to have Elena, and we're going to have Mai. That's going to be this wave. Would you guys rather, we'll start with Chico first, would you rather, if another set of DLC characters have come out, would you want them to be 4 brand new characters or 4 returning characters? And if it is 4 returning characters, what 4 characters would you like to see in Street Fighter 6?
I like what they did in season 1. They had 3 returning characters and 1 new character. I definitely like more characters in 1 year than 4. But when it comes to characters, I would like them to stick with 1 new character and 3 returning characters.
Okay. All right. That's a fair assessment. All right. If you wanted 3 returning characters for the next DLC wave to come, what 3 would you like to see back?
Ooh. Well, people who've known me before Street Fighter 6 know that I used to be a Sagat main. So yes, please bring back the King.
Okay.
Another character I really enjoyed was Evil Ryu from Street Fighter 4.
No, we got Akuma. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
But Akuma's not evil, I ever learned.
He's evil enough. That's fine. Any other character?
Yes. People might hate me for this, but I actually think Seth was a lot of fun.
Yes! Which one? Wait. Which one? SF4 or SF5?
Street Fighter 4. I didn't really like
Yes.
Alright, never mind. Alright, we're not friends anymore.
Very cool.
I mean, SF5 set was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought it was.
SF4 set, though.
No, SF4 Seth was cool, but I think SF5 Seth was cooler.
The SF4 set Seth with a suit on. Yes.
Okay.
Street Fighter 4 Seth was Geef plus Dalsum plus Ryu.
Oh, he's talking about the original.
Yeah, he was everyone.
Yeah, that's the whole point. He was everyone.
Yeah.
He moved from everyone. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that Seth might come back. Maybe not. I don't know. Would you? I wouldn't want him running the joint, to be honest. Not with this game. No way. Linz, what about you? Would you rather 4 brand new characters come into the game again for a DLC pack, or would you want 4 returning characters? Or do you agree with what Chico said? 3 returning characters and 1 brand new one.
I think 3 and 1 makes more sense because people like to play their original mains and their character crisis, so they will be more hyped when they see their character back in the game.
Okay, interesting. But then, coming at it from a different standpoint, do you think the company is to try something new to get more people into playing the game?
That's also interesting from players from other games like King of Fighters. They have 2 characters now in the season 2. It will attract them for sure for the KOF players, so they might try the game and they like it. So I understand that. So as a preferable Street Fighter player, I would say 3 main characters is a little bit better because it sustains the community more and attracts the new players from other games. Like they see one character, for example, it might be more than enough for them to try out the game.
Okay, fair. No, that's actually very good answers from the both of you. All right, now I'm going to give you guys the floor here. Right, we'll start with Chico. I like this question. Have you got, you probably have said it already, but you probably have something else locked in that mind of yours. What is your hottest take for Street Fighter 6? Do you have an opinion that nobody else has that you think everyone disagrees with? Have you got a hot take?
That's a hard question.
I know you've got answers.
I have too many. That's the issue.
Well, I need you to pick. I need you to pull out one from the treasure chest.
The cherry on top.
Okay, here it is. I think Lily is top tier.
Okay, go on.
For one reason.
Yes.
The main reason being crouching heavy punch.
Didn't they turn that down?
Yeah, it's still broken.
Okay.
It's very
Doesn't
good.
matter.
So crouching. So Lily is top tier because of a button. Is that right? Am I understanding this correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Is it because I'm trying to get my head around this? Is it because it's special cancelable? Driver, like what is it?
I mean, what can it do? What can it not do?
I don't play Lily, so you're gonna have to tell me.
Win
I mean,
Cup.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, it anti-airs, it checks drive rush, it's special cancelable. Like,
No, you're making valid arguments. I'm just trying to wrap my head around Lily being top tier. I will agree with you as opposed to Lily does give a lot of characters, especially some of the people on the higher end of the tier list, a hard time. But I wouldn't. You already gave me your hypothetical top 5 earlier. Do you think Lily's a top 10 character? Then let me ask you that. Do you think she's a top 10 character?
Nah, not really. But I mean,
doesn't that defeat the whole point of what you just said?
Is Crouching Fierce in the top 10?
It might be a top 10 button.
Yes.
I don't know.
But if you're not top 10, you're not really top tier, because then you're mid tier.
I wouldn't say. I think the top 15 characters in this game are top tier.
But I mean, how many characters
what
are
am
there?
I hearing right now?
How many characters are there now?
There's 22. Sorry,
Yeah.
23?
Yeah,
23,
23,
24?
yes.
Is she in the top 20?
The 11th character is like the 11th and 12th characters are like the middlest of tiers. If you look at numbers.
Is Lily in top 20?
Yeah, for sure.
I think she's in top 22.
We're being trolled so hard right now. All right, Lily is top tier because of Crouch Fierce, but she's not in the top 10.
But she's not top 10.
All right, good, gotcha.
It's a really good button.
I'll note that one down. Linz, what about you? Have you got a hot take? Have you got an opinion that no one else shares that you think everyone would disagree with if you said it?
I think it's about Ryu. Like, this character, people still sleeping on him because Ryu players by nature try to downplay this character. But I think he's really good this season. And who knows? He might end up being top tier as the season goes. From like top 5 to top 10, I think top 10 might make more sense.
Okay, so then let me challenge this question here. What reason would I have to play Ryu? Why would you sell me on Ryu? Why would I want to play Ryu?
Forward heavy punch.
Forward heavy punch.
That's a really good button, to be fair.
Dad, you're just as bad as Chico. You said one button and that's it.
No, I mean, it's the same exact button as Bison standing heavy punch, but Bison is like +1 on block and Ryu is +3 on block. You can actually recycle this button as a frame trap. I think Ryu can go very ham on offense, and his zoning got a little bit better. Now he can keep his dungeon while throwing normal fireballs, and yeah, his damage output once he lands a punish is really scary, and he has like the basic gameplay as every shoto, like low forward drive rush, and probably the fastest overhead in the game aside with Guile. Like both of them, I think, has the best startup.
It's like what 20 frames, 21 frames, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I think something closer to that. Like both of them has the fastest overhead, and his tool now, I think, is rounded. Like I don't see Ryu players losing because the character is bad. Maybe matchups makes a difference, but the character is really good right now.
I could tell you why Ryu players lose, and it definitely isn't Ryu. I could tell you that much. It's definitely not Ryu. I'm not gonna reveal anything.
I think that's been the case since Street Fighter 5.
It's definitely
That's an excellent. I think that's always been the case for Ryu for some reason.
Right. So then,
Even Street Fighter 4 Ryus. Going ham.
So then, Linz, what if I said I wanted to play Akuma? Would you let me play Akuma? Or you say nah, play Ryu. Ryu's stronger.
I mean, if you are in it for the business, I would say Akuma is a much better pick because he wins a little bit more stable than Ryu. Even he has 90 health, but he can play the game differently. He can zone once he wants to. His fireball probably the best in the game.
Okay.
And his buttons still makes up for it. Like if he want to switch up between zoning and closing the distance, he does it better than Ryu, and his damage output is still, I think, better than Ryu when it comes to drive management. Like 2 bars for the Adminate Flame does a lot of damage, and Ryu have to cash out to do his big boy damage.
It's interesting because again, like you make valid points about Ryu. I've seen like videos of Margot making valid points on Ryu. Yeah, I saw 7 to 8 Akumas in Toppangi Championships, and I see Akuma left, right, and center.
And more Kens as well.
So clearly, something's just not not adding up here. The math ain't mathing, as we say. But I do agree with you, Linz. Maybe down the line, some people might take 1 or 2 players to maybe win a tournament with Ryu or place well with Ryu, people to change their mind. But at the moment, it doesn't look appealing or convincing to pick Ryu at the moment. Despite all, he got a waterfall of buffs, and people are it's still Ryu players playing him. So maybe it's going to take a little while. I don't know. Right, my last question for you both is Chico, you first. Have you got any travel plans this year for the CPT at all? Are you going to go to any of the offline events, or is that not in the cards?
For CPT, I'm not sure, but maybe, this is still a big maybe, I might be going to the LCQ for the Esports World Cup.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Making big movements. That's in August. That's in August, correct?
Yeah, this beginning of August.
Okay, fingers crossed that you do make it out there. It would be great to have people watch you play on the stage, because again, look, from what we've seen tonight, what you've talked about the Egyptian scene, that actually do wonders if you can go to the LCQ. Heck, even probably get in the qualification spots and into the cup. That'd be fantastic. So good luck if you can make it out there. Linz, what about you? Is there any plans to travel to any of the CPT offlines this year, or maybe you plan to go to the LCQ for Esports World Cup as well?
Unfortunately, no. I could have had the same plan as Chico and go to the LCQ, but I have unexpected date that's very important to me. I can't miss, unfortunately.
No, prioritize that. Forget video games. You can think about how to beat Akuma while you're at that that family outing or whatever it is. Like, don't worry. Prioritize that over pressing a button and getting upset that you lost your drive gauge when it wasn't your fault. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Trust me. That's what can happen here. All right, gentlemen, we are just about out of time. So if I can get the production team to put these guys, their fight card on the screen right now. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to these guys, representing the Egyptian scene. You can see their Twitter accounts on the screen right there. All right, gentlemen, this is where I give you your final words before we let you go. So, Linz, you first. Is there anyone you'd like to thank? Anyone you want to shout out at all on the platform?
I would like to thank my community for staying active and giving me a place to be myself with fighting games in my hometown. And I would like to thank other countries from North Africa as well. I want to shout out Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia. All of them have great players and they have passion towards the game. And I'm sure they will keep developing until they reach the level they want to. And there's also shout out to players from Central Africa that doesn't get much love as well. I think players from Cameroon, like we can have players like Hurricane. He lives in EU right now, but he is very, very amazing player. And he comes from Central Africa, so this country can make waves. And I would like to thank everyone in this in this lobby right now, Jammerz, Olvaha, and Veggey for having me, and Chico showing the world how the Egyptian community be like.
Hey, no, appreciate that,
Awesome.
honestly. Chico,
Amazing.
what about you? Any last words? Any shout outs? Do you wanna file a complaint about Cammy at all? We can sure we can sort something out.
Obviously, everyone who Linz mentioned, I'd also like to thank. But I'd also like to thank all the TOs who run online weeklies in Europe for letting us enter and get a feel for how tournaments feel. Because I don't think we would have reached the level we are right now without them.
No, honestly, mad respect to that as well. And shouts to Capcom as well for the netcode, making it possible to even allow these guys to even do that. Again, like in the first month or two, like we were really like stretching, really testing the boundaries of this stuff, and it seems that again, Europe being able to play North Africa is a huge deal. It's a huge step in the right direction there. So appreciate that. All right, gentlemen, that is about it for you guys here on this show. So when you're ready, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to the both of you, because we can continue this conversation about Street Fighter 6 till the end of time, but it is past midnight for the both of you. Yeah, when you guys are ready, you can leave the Discord call and I'll drop you a message thanking you again later. Really appreciate talking to you guys, and hopefully we get to talk again soon.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for coming, guys. That was amazing.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right,
Good
perfect. Yes, listen, you heard it here first, ladies and gents. First-hand experience, some of the best that Egypt have to offer there, and they were talking about the region as a whole. Hopefully we get to see more of them. Hopefully Chico does get to make it out to the WC last chance qualifier there, so that would be a big deal.
That would be awesome to see.
That would be
Very big
real.
deal.
I can't wait to see that.
No, that would be really good. But yeah, no, fantastic set as well. Good opinions, have a laugh. That's what we like, to have a laugh with the guys. And really, I like to challenge opinions, because I like it when the players trip up on their own opinions, because no one challenges them on it. Because that was amazing. Lily's top
We've
tier.
noticed, Jammerz.
Lily's top tier because the crouch fierce, but she's not a top 10 character. That you put that all in one sentence. Something doesn't add. So
That was funny, though.
well, listen, it makes a fair point, because there are a lot of things in this game that we're probably still overlooking. You guys have probably seen it. You see Lily go up against a character in tournament or a rank set or whatever. You're like, okay, Lily's causing problems here. This might be an issue, but the longevity behind the character and winning a tournament. Yes, El Chakate won a tournament. That was brilliant to see. But is that the only tournament she's going to win this year? Do we see the longevity?
Same thing with Idon with Manan, for example, this last weekend in CEO.
There you go. And he came second in his World Warrior as well. So it's like, right. Is it a one-trick pony? Are we going to see the consistency? That's it. So Lily can, when you have characters that are mid-tier or low-tier or wherever, they can cause the top tiers problems, but it's like I don't see 8 Lilies in a bracket doing damage everywhere. Does that make sense?
Imagine that.
Well, I wouldn't want to imagine that.
I think you should also then add like what is the likeliness of the character being picked, because for instance Ken, very likely that someone will pick him even if it's not good. So when he's good, you're likely to see more Kens than more like particular archetype. True. If that archetype had the same strength, so it's always hard to like. If from my perspective, as Zangief against Lily was to judge Lily, she would be an absolute amazing character. But I have to just assume that some characters have to cause her problems because you don't see her that much, right? So yeah,
very true.
So I think we often. I do this myself. I think a lot of us, we just judge a lot of characters based on our interactions with them.
No, that's only you.
Yeah, okay, it's only me. So okay, never mind that.
No, I know. I'm agreeing with you.
Never mind.
Remember, it's like right. Think about it. Right. What did Chico say? It's like right. I don't want Bison being top 1 in the game. I want Akuma to be the best in the game.
I don't want
don't turn Akuma down because I want him to beat Guile because of Linz. I wonder why.
But I mean, they're going so even that you definitely don't need to counterpick.
Maybe not in this circumstance, but I can understand later down the line he might need to. You'll never know when he pull out the accumulator. That's the thing. You'll never know when. Yeah. So it's always good to have that in the back pocket if he decides to invest more time. All right, okay, we're done with the player section here, so I think we need to transition over. Have we got something ready? Do we need to talk about the announcements? Okay, so we're going to move over to our next section of the show. We get to show off the crazy things that you guys, the players, like to get up to in your spare time.
The things you've cooked up.
Yeah, the Avatar battle. So you're going to transition? Is that what he's waiting for? I don't know why he waited for me to say it.
I wonder. Oh, already someone with Bison's moveset. Let's go.
That looks creepy.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I couldn't notice at first.
Oh, I don't know. This guy looks
you know
like...
what? You know what I wonder? If you get the bomb going, oh nice. If you get the bomb going and you have a lot of other special moves, how will they interact with it? Just the explosion, or do you think some of them will actually have that like super effect?
It would
that
either be the automatic detonation, or you just use the back fist combo again. It's a very good question. They might just go for the automatic detonation, to be honest. So.
Yeah, and maybe there's like some Easter egg combos that you could have. Like, interesting to see that today.
Easter egg combos.
Easter egg combos, maybe.
Okay, Akuma's level 2 here. We're gonna get the wall splat.
Oh,
Luke standing fierce works wonders with that.
Oh, the juggles.
Okay.
That combo lasted forever.
But now I'm seeing that actually might be a really good level 2 to put on your custom character because of all the different follow-ups you can put on the game.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Jammerz, because since you have juggle properties that are so different from each other on different characters, as you saw, he could just continue comboing and comboing afterwards.
Well, that's actually nasty. The bomb with the snatcher from Ed.
Well, luckily the snatcher doesn't trigger.
Imagine while it's counting down. That's nasty.
You can do that, but luckily the snatcher doesn't trigger it. Oh wow, that's
the Bison level 3.
This character looks devious. She's up to something. That pose is so funny with the custom characters. I can't get over it.
You know, because of, I feel like almost with the custom characters, maybe it's better to have like utility supers, because you can get like the damage is not that high compared to the health bar, right? That's interesting.
But then, like again, we just saw Akuma's level 2, right? But I'm saying if you have Akuma's level 2 as well, it's not really a utility super, but the follow-up you get in the corner is pretty strong as well. So.
The utility is that it gives you a wall splat.
Back fist combo, and then that's good. Oh, this could be huge. This is going to be
side switch, dude. The awareness was great.
Oh no, it's not. Okay, he done the wrong version. It's going to be. I thought it was going to be massive.
So maybe if you have the mine, you should also have something like Psycho Crusher to get that special follow-up juggle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like at what cost? Because it looks like this person likes to use Snatcher.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So you definitely. I don't think you want to make it completely Bison's moveset, you know. So.
Yeah, that's true. But I wonder what you could cook up with that if you had just the mine and the Psycho Crusher.
True.
Psycho Crusher in a dream.
That leaves you with a few options after, yeah.
Akuma's DP though.
Oh, JP as well.
I love how every time they have a JP special move, they just pull out the stick from somewhere. It's like, like the walking stick is just hanging around somewhere in ether, and then they just pull it off. Like, oh yeah,
it was
I had
like
this.
that pending question of where does Ibuki's V-Trigger 2 come from?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It actually dropped the Akuma level 3. And here's the Bison level 3 though.
Let's see how much damage this will do. I
this
love
won't do a lot.
The pose at the end just kills me every time.
It's not going to do a lot. So.
Oh, the Zanku.
Nice.
They're not gonna turn that down. They turn that down for competitive play, but they're not gonna turn it down in Avatar battles. But yeah, no, do you know what? That was a good showcase of that was a good showcase of Akuma's toolset as well as Bison's toolset there. As you saw it there, we have a hashtag AvBats. We put them up on the Instagram. I believe they put it up on the TikTok as well. We showcase it on Twitter, and it's amazing how many people remember that avatars actually exist in the game.
It's really cool to see, actually.
So, and also, don't forget, just recently, I think yesterday maybe, they released the new season pass, which has like Shadaloo themed custom outfits for the characters, for example.
Well, I think right on cue, as Olvaha mentioned, that our production team is actually going to showcase it here.
That mask is cool.
If you did pick up this Street Fighter 6 Fighting Pass, this is the avatar gear that you will be picking up with the premium rewards. There's a new photo frame as well as the challenger screen.
I need that mask.
And look at those stickers. For everything that is holy, can you just make these Twitch emotes, please? Like, this will just... Come on, you're just asking.
They're so good. I love that Vega one with the rose.
Yeah, look, even I don't like Balrog, but Balrog looks pretty good over there. Bison looks beat up. I think a lot of people like a beat up Bison, but yeah.
By the way,
and Sagat is a tiger.
That challenger screen background, by the way, that's really cool. Wow.
So there you go. You'll have it there. Cool. Nice little zoom in there as well. Damn,
Bison. Wow. They're even better when you zoom in.
It looks like Bison got perfect parried a bit too much. He's got beaten up.
Unlock critical art.
Yeah, maybe.
Vegas just like.
Or
pick
maybe
me,
that's the
pick me.
battle damage effect that people put on all the time. So you
Yeah.
can see that there. But no, perfect stuff. That is the fighting pass there. It just got announced yesterday. But yes, don't forget, if you haven't picked up the ultimate pass, then you can do so. It makes life easier for you. If you're a competitor, I implore you to pick up the ultimate pass because you don't want to be caught up by these characters. One thing I did notice when I was playing Bison is so many people actually buy the characters through the separate drive coins or the tickets. I can't remember. They buy them individually, basically. Now, there is a rental system, I think, in the game where you can try the character for a little bit.
There is.
But that's about it. There's so many people who bump into these characters online and they want to learn Trial by Fire. That is completely fine. But one thing I find interesting about this game is people don't like to fight the same character 6 times in a row, but they damn well know the date the character's going to be released and everyone's going to play them. So I'd say avoid that day playing ranked if you don't want to fight these characters. Other than that, people just want to try out these new characters. And if you want to try them out, you need to get this season pass.
But today, for example, I played 6 Bisons in a row. What gives?
What gives? I don't know. Just turn off ranked if you don't want to play them.
I mean, that was
Well,
awesome.
that's one option for sure. I might have to do that.
I mean, you had the greatest time. You got to see the most.
No, I didn't.
Amazing
I got mauled
character
down.
visuals. Yes, but while you got to see the voice acting, you got to see the animations, you got to see like the power of M. Bison.
Anyway,
Imagine if every time Bison landed the bomb, he would be like, the bomb.
listen, anyway, these are the characters coming. Bison's already out. Terry's going to be sometime later this year. And then Elena and Mai will come out at some point in 2025. So again, if you can pick up the pass, you can do so. And we have a new section here called Critical Picks. Yes, okay. I don't know why I was struggling to read that. Critical Picks. And there is your favorite punch anti-air. What are your favorite moves? Well, you got Psycho Uppercut. You got Ghost Shoryuken, you got Spinning Mixer, and you've got Rising Uppercut. Right, so I guess do we have to pick out of the 4? Okay, apparently this is live on Twitter now, so if you want to do this, you can vote at Street Fighter. And okay, perfect.
Ooh,
so we got some
is dominating.
We got some Spinning Mixer haters out here. Okay. Damn. Right. Wait, hold on a minute. Whoever's on this account picked Psycho Uppercut, you traitor. Wow, what a snake! Snake behavior. What is this? Anyway, looks like Akuma's popular even when you just talk about his move. But there you go.
He's the most popular when people just talk about it.
I know. It's Critical Picks. This is probably going to be a new section that we'll add in the show real quick, and we'll do voting polls. Or they will do not me. They will do voting polls on the Street Fighter official X account. So make sure you go over to there, follow the account, and then you'll get to have your say. I dare to even imagine if they go, what neutral tool is better, scissor kicks or headbutt? We'll find out people's real intentions anyway. But yes, that is for Critical Picks. And then, of course, do not forget there is a dedicated show in regards to this, but we're going to be talking about this as well. They did announce this on the Capcom Fighters, I believe. So this is what happened. No, this is what will be happening. All the World Warriors that will be happening, the upcoming ones. Brazil on Wednesday and Thursday, so that must be 2 different parts of Brazil. And of course, the Saturday is going to be jam-packed with action, as well as the Sunday. Am I reading this right? I'm reading that right. Because that says all of them number 1. The UK number 1 has already happened.
But that's like they are rebroadcasting them right now.
Is that what they're doing?
I think they're doing like a highlight thing right now, so they're rebroadcasting all the grand finals at least, I believe.
Okay, I still need to. Oh God!
But this is the event calendar, and UK and Ireland event is on Saturday, right?
But it says event number 1. No, event number 1's already happened. That's
it's probably just a typo.
Okay, fair enough.
That's possible too.
Trying to wrap my head around it, but yes, there will be a ton of World Warriors happening. Now, remember
Germany says event number 2. Sorry.
Yes, that's true. The World Warrior program is underway. This is how the CPT is started. And of course, there's going to be a ton of qualification spots happening via the World Warrior. There will be super regions where 2 players from their respective region. If you're a super region, 2 players from your region will qualify for the cup. If you are just a regular region, only 1 player will do so, I believe. I need to get my head around that. But this is what's going to be happening this week. So do keep an eye out for that. And of course, Capcom Fighters do rebroadcast as much as they possibly can. And of course, the CPT 2024 schedule, the offline circuit, it will kick things off with EVO. We're in the month for EVO. It's less than 3 weeks away. Can you believe that? And they released the numbers not too long ago. Over 5,000 entrants will be here for year 2 of Street Fighter 6. And of course, you have all the respective events down there as well. Cream City Convergence, Ultimate Fighting Arena, East Coast Throwdown, Super Premiere Singapore, Super Premiere Japan, Blink Respawn, and of course, Kings of the World. And the Cup will be happening in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, for Capcom Cup 11 in 2025. So if you can make the plans, you can make it out, and you want to compete, then do so. Start making those plans now. Hopefully, you've been making those plans beforehand. But all right, but that'll be it from us tonight. Another great showing. It's been really good so far. We've had a lot of close sets, good conversations. It's been overall a good time. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it as well. Make sure you follow Capcom Fighters on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all the social media outlets. And yeah, that's going to be it for another Tuesday. Gentlemen, as always, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you next week for some more Street Fighter 6 action as well.
Oh yeah.
So until then, take care of yourselves. Keep enjoying Bison, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Cycle Crusher.
Yeah. You already know. You know what time it is. I belong in the top spot, #1. Hope you ready for the fight. Reign supreme. Put 'em up, let's go. #1. Yeah. I've been landlocked, training for this moment my whole life. Cold nights, in the rainy days, hope I get mine. Spin mine for the accolades in the empire. I need that title in my possession. Once there ain't no one zone, it's my time to shine bright. And if you try to stop me, then you're gonna pay the price. All them late nights finally paid nights. Awaken my dreams, but you could call me the greatest of all time. Yeah, I'm focused. You know how bad I want this. I'm giving it my all.